Hello! Welcome to HighRollers, the regular Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition stream we do over here on the Yogscast Twitch. I am your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes, and I'm joined this week by Kim.
Hello.
By Tom.
Hello.
By Katie.
Hi.
And Chris Trott of Hat Folms. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you all enjoy our little game today. I have a couple of announcements and notes. He's laughing at me because he's been trying to put me off and it's not working. I have a couple of announcements.
Laughing at you.
Why?
Carry on.
Okay. We've got a couple of announcements this week. The first one being very exciting news. You may have heard on our Twitter, or on the Wizards of the Coast Twitter, that we will be joining the Stream of Annihilation. This is a special event happening on June 2nd and June 3rd over on twitch.tv/DND. This is a massive 2-day event that Wizards of the Coast are putting on. They're flying all of us, with the exception of Matt and Tom, out to Seattle to participate in the thing. There's going to be loads of different streamers all throughout the day. You're going to have people from Critical Role, from Dice Camera Action, Misclicks, loads of other groups as well. Some haven't been announced. Really, really exciting. They're going to be doing interviews, showing off new products. And it's mainly going to be to announce a brand new project that we're going to be working on, which you will find out more about June 2nd and June 3rd. It's going to be really, really exciting.
It ain't just that one stream.
It's not just that one stream. HighRollers will be continuing as normal on a Sunday. That's not going to be affected by this.
Nope.
So it's just going to be, that's going to be continuing, but this is going to be the start of something really exciting and cool. It's called HighRollers Uncharted Territory. Katie has been putting out some of character arcs. There will be a bunch of brand new characters.
3 out of
I drew them all.
4.
3 out of 5. You
Three
didn't
out
draw
of
them
4.
all. Nina drew them all. Don't try and take claim for Nina's artwork, please.
Don't you
dare. So you can check those out on Twitter, and I believe we're going to be revealing the final one, which is Mr. Chris Trott's character, at the end of today's session.
Yes.
So you can check that out.
Keep watching.
A lot of people keep asking, are there going to be VODs or uploads of the Stream of Annihilation? My understanding is yes, they'll all be handled by Wizards of the Coast because it's all being done by those guys. So go and check with them. Keep an eye on Wizards of the Coast and the D&D official Twitters as well for more information. Loads of cool people, like I said, yeah, Critical Role, Matt Mercer. They've got like some famous people that are into D&D going that are in True Blood or something. I don't really know.
They're in Force Grey.
Force Grey, there you go. And so they're all going. Next thing to talk about is MCM Comic Con. So 26th to 28th of May. The Yogscast will be at MCM Comic Con. Sunday is the HighRollers Day though, because there will be a live HighRollers game with everybody except Tom and Matt. Matt's going to be there. Its location and time is still to be determined. It's going to be about an hour and a half or so long game.
Little one-shot.
Little one-shot set in the Forgotten Realms with the regular HighRollers characters, so Cam, Alora, Juto, Trelamar, etc. It will hopefully be streamed or uploaded. Obviously, tech things at MCM, we've had problems in the past. I don't want to guarantee it, but it should be. We will also be joined by special guest Kit Buss, artist of Critical Role, who joined us for our Christmas stream. He was very lovely, good friend of mine and Nina's, and everyone else now, except Tom, because he's not there.
I feel so sorry for Tom in announcement.
We'll get you in something. We'll get you something in the future, Tom. You can come hang out with us at something in the future.
Okay.
Don't promise that.
Well, I didn't really promise. I just kind of said.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is make sure you go and buy our brand new shirt. Chris Trott, do you want to pull it onto
Fucking
camera?
hell.
I
Not on
waited.
it, that's right.
I waited. Da, 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 da. So this is our brand new shirt. It's the Korak Talos Val Needs You shirt. Good old Korak there, champion. Go and check this out. You can get it at store.yogscast.com. There's a bunch of other HighRollers stuff on there. We do have a few, I think, ladies' shirts left of the old shirt. There's the poster. There's the wristband. Go and buy them. Supports us. Really great way that you
Except
can...
Tom.
Except Tom.
Why are you still here?
I don't know.
There you go. So, that is it for announcements this week. Would you like a brief recap on last week's events? Very well. Thanks, Kim.
Hashtag justice for Hazel.
Justice for Hazel. Small recap. You have all been sent, a while ago now, you were sent to the town of Veldaban to assist a number of dwarves who had come under attack by the Broken Sky. After a bunch of shenanigans, you made your way into a series of Dwarven mines that you knew a lot of the dwarves being held in. You snuck in using a series of kobold tunnels, procuring the assistance of the kobold tribe, King Yiknik and his son Niknak, who was sent with you to accompany you on a quest to retrieve some sort of magical scepter as treasure in return for their assistance. You made your way into the tunnels, where you discovered that the Broken Sky was using Giant's rune magic to control these dwarves and to basically strip mine as much as possible.
Blood, Kong.
Blood.
Blood and Kong, that's correct. Disguised, Cam Buckland
that, but not
led
this.
most of the Broken Sky into ambushes where you successfully killed them all and threw them off
Great
into a
tactic.
200-foot deep ravine.
Yep.
You also learnt some knowledge that a mage called Vesuvius Blackmantle was ruling the mines. He sounded very scary. You ended up kind of tricking him out, luring him away from his quarters, where he had mind-controlled the captain of a series of Talisval scouts, half a woman named Grunker. Vesuvius turned out to be a bit of a sham, though, as he basically became some sort of wimp after you dealt some damage to him, and he made a deal that in exchange for sparing his life, he would reveal a secret entrance to a dwarven dig site that the fire giant woman Tanya and Ethane had gone to find something. You're not quite sure what. Turns out Vesuvius was a liar and was luring you to a bridge leading over the ravine where he tried to surprise attack you. He attempted to summon an earth elemental, however, he miscalculated his throw and it ended up appearing on the rickety bridge, sending it plummeting into the ravine to its death, and was then promptly murderized by Juto, who absolutely destroyed him. Thanks to a bit of spellcasting from Elora to reveal him, and Reynard's incredible crossbow accuracy, you managed to kill him. You were left, having freed Grunker, with a last-minute save by Cassandra, thanks to a levitate spell from Juto.
Oh yeah, because the neck was going to
Her
explode.
neck was going to literally explode, but Cassandra managed to save her, incurring some damage.
Good old Cass.
She managed to save them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You saved Grunker's life, and you were taking a long rest.
We stayed in the little
You
room
stayed in his room, in Vesuvius' room,
he was
yes.
doing some weird kink-shaming shit.
Yeah, well, kind of, Grunker did explain, like, nothing too, like, he kind of just liked to, like, make her do stuff. It was like a power trip thing.
Still fucked up.
Still pretty fucked
Glad
up.
he's dead.
Yeah. He was not a nice man. But what you were revealed is that there is indeed a secret entrance leading to some sort of ruin or dig site or something that the fire giants were investigating. That is real, and you had basically found it. It probably would have been indistinguishable from the rock-facing wall if Vesuvius hadn't already opened it and discovered it. You actually find it ever so slightly ajar. You prise it open, and you are ready to wait there.
Jesus Christ.
What's that? Somebody?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Poor Steve. Just got his ears blown off by crackling. And that is where we begin today's session. I'm going to crack open a delicious soft drink, and while you decide to tell me what you'd like to do.
Wake up from my long rest.
Yeah.
After everybody else.
You wake up
course.
feeling quite hungry. You've not had a proper meal since you left Talis Val. Thirsty.
Belly's rumbling.
You've given most of your water away to the dwarf prisoners. Same with your rations. And you find yourselves now a little bit hungry.
Can I search for some stuffs?
You can have a search around, yeah. In fact, you know that there is barracks where they had food. There is crates full of dried biscuits, jerky, that sort of thing, stuff that keeps well. The Broken Sky we're keeping here, you managed to scrounge up enough just to feed yourselves, and some water as well to refill your water skins. Grunker, this half a woman, she's not overly muscly or too tall, but she definitely has a strong build to her. She still has these manacles with chains hanging off them that she's kind of just dragging around behind her because you don't seem to have a key to get rid of them. But she seems in good spirits. She eats quite hungrily, like literally piling away more food than probably at least three of you, talking in between mouthfuls, kind of explaining what had happened. She tells you that the patrol had been sent here to assist the dwarves. They had arrived, and very similar to what happened to Reynard, they were kind of taken by surprise by the Broken Sky, who they weren't expecting. They were quickly assailed, knocked unconscious, and taken captive. She knows that the rest of her men, a squad of around 12 to 15, were taken by the Broken Sky and were taken to whatever this dig site is. And you've learned from Vesuvius that they're being used to kind of clear out some of the traps and some of the guardians there, basically used as like fodder. Cassandra offers a brief momentary prayer. She spends about an hour or so in quiet contemplation to Bahamut.
Shouldn't you be doing that, Reynard? Instead of just watching her.
I'm just going to kiss my
If you're some
amulet
sort of
thing.
devout...
You just kiss the amulet.
Is that
There you go.
a thing that Bahamut followers do?
You just rubbing
Are you talking
your
to
face
Cass?
now.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
She's kind of like, I'm trying to pray, Cam, but save questions later, please.
You've got an apprentice.
hang on.
I really don't. No.
You're taking him under your wing.
He's rubbing the medallion on his face.
I think that's
Feels good.
heresy.
She like rolls her eyes, comes out of her prayer, and she's just like, what are you doing?
Bahamut is with me.
She just rubs her eyes. Do you have the book that I gave you with
Yes.
the tenets?
Yes, I do.
Just study that, reflect on it, think about how you can bring those things into your life,
Just think about things.
and how the Platinum Dragon can instill you with courage to do them.
Yep.
You haven't rubbed that book on your face, have you?
Oh yeah.
Why are we with this guy?
It feels.
Juto,
Oh, okay.
please
Pretty
prevent them
good
from disturbing
at
me.
shooting
I just
things.
need 20 minutes. And she goes off and like goes back into a prayer. She's just like,
I just sit in front of her and just like, just kind of guard, like, because I've taken it literally, like, do not let, so I'm just going to guard Cassandra.
I'm not going to interrupt.
Half orc lady.
the name's Grunker.
Grunker.
And she's like picking stuff out of her teeth.
Attractive.
What do you want, fancy ma'am?
The chains
Yep.
on your wrists. They've got the ones with the giant for the fire and ice, aren't they?
Yep.
Do you know how to activate them yourself?
I think so. She kind of like motions and yeah, they kind of glow with fire and with frost. I don't really remember much of what I was doing when I was under his control, but I vaguely remember how to activate these.
Yeah, you grabbed me with them, threw me to the ground.
Cool.
No, I mean,
You're not very good, are you? I thought, wow, strong adventurers.
you're pretty
he's,
big.
He's pretty bad.
He's
He's
wrong.
he's our meat shield.
No.
You kind of
Really?
like plop him in the middle, so all the monsters start attacking him,
Yeah, that's not
and
true.
collect them together, and then we kill them.
Most of them just
Great.
let Juto run in.
Bait.
You sure you're not the bait?
No,
You look
no.
quite bait-like,
No.
quite scrawny. You've only got little legs.
I mean, it's not about me. We were
How
talking
does
about.
he get around?
He's a really good beta. He's a
She just like
master
smiles
of
and
it.
she's got these big fangs and you can see her just like poking out from her teeth as she's like just
heard you.
grinning.
Thanks.
I heard you.
So you're quite easy. Cam Buckland, right? Dermot's told me all about you. What's his
That
nickname?
explains it.
What's his nickname for you? Ah, something C.
nothing, it's like-
Something C. Little C. That's it.
Good. I mean, you're both going to get killed by me.
Who?
You. Me.
No, I'm really
At some
not.
point.
Probably not. No.
I was going to offer to maybe reduce the chains on your manacles to make it
they're
easier
fun.
to. They're fun.
Well, do you see any extra weapons around here?
I
Do we
thought
see
you
any
could-
extra weapons around here, actually?
No, you pretty much, most of the bodies you threw into the ravine. You did, there were a couple of long swords, but she kind of like looks at the swords and she's like, makes one of the chains go on fire and she makes the other chain go into like icy cold frost. She's like, nah, I'll stick with these.
Fine.
They seem pretty
Tiefling
effective.
understands. She looks over. Yeah, see? Smart kid.
I just want to get out of this cave and deal with whatever the thing is that
Well, we gotta
these
go-
guys
we gotta go
failed to
rescue my
do,
men,
that
right?
Needed Cam to do.
Yeah, we gotta go rescue my men, find out what they're doing at this dig site, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Secret entrance.
Perfect.
There may be giants involved.
Cool, great. I can get some revenge on those bastards that locked me up here. That bloody, is it that male giant that's in there?
Gregor?
Yeah, he's the one that put that bloody neck thing around me.
We don't know. We know there's a Gregor and a Tanya.
Names. All I remember is seeing them. That's
Is there
all I
anyone
remember.
else from your patrol
Where?
here?
They're at the
Here?
They're
No,
at the
they're
dig
all. They've
site.
been taken away. I told you that literally 5 seconds ago.
It's just you were eating
Are you a
at
bit
the time.
simple? Do I need
No,
to speak
I mean,
slower
very
to you?
I have found that is
No,
the best
you
method
should
of communication.
never
Yeah,
eat with
it's-
your
Very,
mouth full. That's
very
what I'm
low.
saying. Let's just fucking go. And I storm out and start walking.
Before we go, the dwarves, should we?
I've
They-
gone.
Oh,
We told
Cam's
told
gone.
them already
but
to go.
oh, they've already left, have they? Okay. Sweet.
Yeah,
go.
we got rid of the dwarves. We helped them. They
Oh, well,
freed
got rid of
themselves.
them.
Didn't they freed
Well,
themselves.
they've still got the
because they
collars
have-
on, but there's no
We led them
control
like
stones.
lemmings into the ravine.
I just thought I thought they were just still sat in that tiny little room.
I hate that game.
They know their way back. They're dwarves.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming at some point you would go back and tell them it's safe and clear
I
now.
think we did that
Yeah,
before we
I
went
think
and
we did.
rested.
Yes,
Yes.
we
And the
did it.
kobold.
We will
Yeah,
say
we
that
did.
you did.
We did.
Shut up.
I did.
Cool.
It was me.
Okay. So what would you do? You want to head straight to this Tigre entrance?
I've stormed that way.
Okay. You storm your way over there, Cam. You actually have to double back because one of the bridges is broken, so you have to double back to the one that you fixed, cross that, and go all the way around.
Still storming.
When you get there, you can see that you would have missed it. Honestly, without knowing it was there, you would have been impossible to find. But a very thin crack just reveals like one edge of this door, and with a little bit of force, not too much, it almost feels like there's it's actually been well maintained. It just slides open almost silently, and it leads into a pitch black corridor, perfectly, immaculately cut stone, no cobwebs, no dust, perfectly preserved corridor, and the darkness just envelops it, and you can't see further than your little light allows.
I'm going to look up and look at the walls and see if there's any way I can kind of skirt up and hide in the ceiling.
The ceiling is ever so slightly vaulted. You could probably get above it, but you'd have to kind of probably keep a strength check to keep yourself braced.
I'm going to do that.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Okay. That's not very good. 3.
Okay. So, what are the rest of you doing? You all guys head your way there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, can I look at the ground and sort of check for traps
So,
around?
you guys get there. You see the same thing Cam did, this kind of immaculate stonework leading down. Give me a stealth check as well, actually, with advantage in the darkness.
Oh my god. Oh my god. 11.
All of you see Cam Buckland like desperately trying to hold on above this doorway, but he's about to fall any second. He's just like his little wiggly little arms just failing. You're just
Whole
like
body's
desperately
rattling.
trying to hold on, and you see him up there. Elora, you need to give me an investigation if you want to look for any kind of signs of traps and things like that. Give me an investigation.
24?
24. No traps. The stonework, very clearly Dwarven made, cut with expert precision. The doorway itself, they're actually been very cleverly crafted, and you suspect magically enchanted hinges that prevent it from making noise when it opens and closes, and it snaps completely sealed shut. Once it's closed, it's invisible to the naked eye. You'd have to be a dwarf to know it was there. At this point, Cam Buckland just falls.
I try and get up very quickly
It hurts.
and just start walking, hobbling.
Okay, you just start hobbling down. You watch
This way!
That's what happens. Cassandra just like starts rubbing her temple with like a broken gauntleted fist, just like. I'm not all Lightborn are like this, I promise. I think he's a special case.
Come on! We got work to do. Oh, fuck my knee.
It's okay, you don't need to explain it to us. We've been with him for a while now.
Yes.
This way.
Right. Order. I need to know. Like, Cam is obviously at the front. Do you have a preferred marching order as you descend into this barely illuminated dark corridor,
I'm
enclosed
right next
space?
to Juto.
Okay. Where are you, Juto? At the back?
Trying to get away from Reynard, but subtly, like just.
Yeah, nobody else seems to pick up on that you don't want to be next to him. Cassandra and Grunkor are
Are
just
we
like,
anywhere on this map?
no.
Just want to
I'm gonna like
position
hang out
ourselves.
with Gronka and Cassandra.
Cassandra will take the rear,
Because
basically.
they
She's
seem really nice.
Cassandra will go right,
I was going to go behind and light up my moon bow so that we've got a light at the front and a light
light
at
the back. Okay. Yeah, Cassandra was like, okay, yeah. Because she can make light as well. But yeah, you can do that. So yeah, you go at the back.
Doesn't really matter.
And then you go that. So it'll be you, Cass, these two, Gronka, Elora, basically.
I want to
Duracell.
keep an eye out behind us as we go as well.
Okay. So, as you're moving your way down this dark corridor, the immaculate stone kind of surrounding you, Reynard, if it wasn't for these two light sources, you'd be getting very nervous because
That's why I'm dead center.
this is this would be pitch black. There is no external light sources. You're not quite sure how deep underground you are. And there comes a time, maybe around the 20-minute mark, when you've been kind of making your way, and you can feel that there is an ever so slight gradual descent. You kind of begin to worry about how much mountain is on top of you at this point. There's almost a pressure that you can kind of feel all around you, and because there's no dust, there's no cobwebs, the corridor is just endless. It's almost like you're just in a loop of stone, and it's only the occasional notch that you really notice anything different. But that changes around about the 20-minute mark, where you come across probably what once would have been a caved-in portion of this passageway. Stone has kind of been pushed to the side, and a hastily built scaffolding has been erected around it. But it looks like quite a large chunk of this passageway would have been buried, like in just broken rubble and rock and a cave-in, effectively. The scaffolding looks quite new. There is signs that debris has been kind of pulled away, but that's what you really see. If you guys make your way under it, it does look rickety, but it's stable enough. Kind of jostle movement, like you can see a few drops of stones and pebbles and that kind of flicker down.
I'm going to stop in my tracks with Duracell out, then quickly turn around and catch sight of Reynard, and then extinguish light.
Okay, so the light at the front disappears, and the darkness does seem to kind of recess and kind of enshroud Cam, but there is still enough of a dim light that you can see around you.
I'm backing up.
The moonbow is actually pretty bright. It's brighter than Duracell as well, so it still gives a good amount of light. You're not completely in darkness, but it's like a silvery light rather than the golden glow.
Reynard, you ever thought just how deep we are at the moment?
Seems very.
And just
I'm
how
gonna slowly back up and
how
just
much mountain there'd be on top of us. Just if it would have collapsed like up there.
You feel like an armoured gauntlet kind of enclose your shoulder, Reynard. Don't listen to Mr. Buckland.
No, I'm not.
If you wish to be a member of the faithful,
La 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 la.
remember that the Platinum God is with you always.
Platinum God.
And with him shines a light. And she touches William, your crossbow, and Wilhelm, and the arch of the bow begins to glow.
Whoa! Swinging
And
it around.
Cassandra looks at you, a very disapproving face.
I touch my bandana and cast light on that.
Like a little spot, like a miner's helmet. Like, she just looks at you, she's just like, I thought you were above petty bullying, Mr. Buckland.
He's a jerk.
There's above us is a huge mountain.
Don't care about the
We should
mountain.
carry on.
Let's
Grunker kind of like looks at you, she's laughing. She's just like,
gotta keep on alert,
I want to march
everybody.
to the front now. Now I've got the crossbow. I'm going to hold it in front of me.
okay.
I'll let him pass.
It's wide enough that you can pass and you can easily go to the front.
I breathe a little sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Oh!
He's a bit weird, isn't he? Grunker, the half-orc, just kind of whispers to you.
Which one?
To both of you. She's kind of, she points at Reynard. He's weird, but in a less weird way. That one, she points at Reynard. Yeah, he's very strange.
I agree.
Does my sword glow when it comes out as well?
No. No, there's no magical glow to your sword at any point. After about 30 minutes of travel, 10 minutes after the scaffolding, I should say, the passageway appears to turn up ahead, maybe about 100 feet up ahead, and you can see now there is actually a faint amber glow coming around this corner. You wouldn't have known there was a corner if it wasn't for this glow itself. It highlights the edge of the tunnel. And as you make your way down, the sharp turn, as you round it, 50 feet, you see ahead of you, you see a stone doorway, half broken and pushed open, and a glowing sphere of dim, flickering light hovering just above it. It illuminates a skeletal dwarf, kind of laying on the ground, tattered robes, just kind of slumped on the ground, and the walls have clearly been carved. Something has been written into the walls themselves.
What, like hastily or nicely?
Quite nicely, actually. It looks to be very neat, very precise handwriting.
And the dwarf's dead, you say? So.
He is a skeleton, like in tattered robes, just kind of lying slumped on the ground. In fact, with your passive perception, Elora, you'd notice the body has clearly been disturbed and probably like rummaged through and just tossed to the side. It probably wouldn't have lain the way that it is, like the arms all kind of bent and stuff like that. It's clearly been knocked over.
Let's be a bit more cautious going in. I'm gonna get rid of my mining hat. Suggest you do the same.
No, we need to see.
Can you see what's on the wall? Do we see?
There's a
what?
lot.
Yeah, so you look at the wall, and there is runic writing. None of you understand it. Reynard, though, you've studied a bit of Dwarven language in your time, researching it through books and things like that. Quite a lot of Dwarven hunters, your uncle kind of taught you about and things like that. You recognise most of this language, but it's old. This is ancient Dwarven. It's almost like us trying to read old English and things like that. It reads very strangely. But you reckon you can translate it, and this is what it says.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, a
A
lot.
whole book on the wall.
Listen,
Yeah, and
now,
it's been
there's
written-
a lot on there.
It's been written in a very fine, very precise script, probably about human head height, and then it goes down.
Okay. To whomsoever findeth these words, I am Stolbran Guildstone, Magus and Keeper o' Caliber Store, thy sanctuary, O Dwarven madness. I shall die here, O this I hath no doubts, the passage ere blocked by tragedy, born O deplorable plot, O they whom I hath called kin. Oh boy. I have but a few scraps of thine spell tome, so hath conjured spirit unseen to write thy last words, as I curse deplorable kin with thy dying breath. He's got a spirit, he wrote the words. Madness hath
Reynard's quick
overcome
translate.
Caliber Store. These we sought to protect, to heal, hath broken free of their bonds, and rampaged the halls in bloodlust. Poor souls have slain thy beloved Hulda, and taken her golems. Their madness shall be their own death, as I hath unleashed mechanisms to bury thine hall of madness beneath Muradin's blessed sky. Sounds like traps.
Oh, he died, and there was a spell book, and there's mechanisms on the loose, there's golems on the loose, there's crazy people on the loose. All bad things.
Mechanisms to bury the hole.
Yeah, which could also be bad as
Something-
well.
Yeah.
Mechanisms, bad people,
And his wife Hulda, his beloved,
who's killed,
was taken by golems.
taken.
No, wait.
She
Is there
had
anything more,
golems.
Reynard?
Oh, yes. There's loads more. Fear ye,
Anything more?
whomever findeth these words, fear if these dwarven sorcerers, if thy chance to open thine vault. Magic relics and treasure, tomes of power and more, tools and masters, should ne'er be in the hands of children of madmen. Children of madmen? I don't know. I go to join thine beloved sweet Hulda within great Father Muradin's halls. Stolbren Guildstone, Magus, last warden of Caliber Store.
Wow.
And yeah, so reading through it, clearly, this is the writing of this probably is maybe 1,000 years old. Like, dwarves don't write this way anymore. This is very ye olde English, ye olde dwarven, basically.
I can see why they are
Looking
dead.
at the skeletal remains, like the only reason that there's as much of this skeleton left is probably because this was at once an airtight passage, and it's been kind of mostly just preserved and it just decayed.
But the door is open into here.
Yes, give me an investigation check, Cam Buckland, as you look at the door.
10.
10. Clearly broken through, like you can see where probably a chisel or something's been like used to break around a certain steel and then it's been forced open.
Is there anything growing on the walls, like any
No.
organic life?
You said there's
Plant life?
light.
Yes,
above
so
the
hovering
door.
just above the door, almost like, if this was an exit, like some sort of passageway that somebody would use to escape from, this would be like a light so you could see what you were doing.
Is it like a magical?
It does
light?
appear to be a floating orb of light, and it's very dim and it's flickering. You can give me an Arcana check if you like.
Is there any other exits apart from the broken one that we entered?
I don't suppose I could give like a history check for the Muradin halls.
Yeah, sure.
to
20.
find out.
20. With your Arcana check, this was probably once a spell called Continual Light, but over time, this is supposed to be a permanent light, but after such a long time, the power is dimmed to the point where the light is failing, basically. But yeah, it would have taken, a Continual Light spell is not a cheap thing, like it costs money to create and things like that, so obviously these were once wealthy. History check.
I got an unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20. Well, first of all, Moradin, is the dwarven, kind of like the dwarven father god. He's kind of the creator of the dwarves, forge master, lord of the furnace. He is whom all dwarves owe their creation to. His great halls is dwarven afterlife. It's where they think that where many people might hope to go to the heavens or the celestial realms. The dwarves hope to join Moradin in his great halls, basically, where they enjoy all the things that dwarves love: beer, food, smoking, good company, gold,
Mini Valhalla.
beer. Basically, like dwarven heaven. Think of it that way.
Okay.
And so those are Moradin's great halls. The name, with your thing, the name Caleb Astor rings
Astor.
something of a bell.
The warden, right?
Caleb Astor, you remember it being referenced, but then there's strangely, it's almost like it's been removed from Dwarven history that you know of. Like, they might mention it and then it's like Caleb Astor, that which we do not speak of, or something like that. And generally, there's not a lot of information about it.
Seems like it's where we are.
Reynard,
Hello.
if these guys are dwarves, which I deduce they might be,
Possibly.
they could
Wow.
well be. I'm just saying,
What would be the chances?
there could well be a secret door, just like the one that we entered, hidden.
Right.
True.
So a secret door that leads to a secret door.
Secret passageway that leads to a secret room with loads of treasure, which I heard.
I mean, it seems like there's a lot of traps and...
Poor souls slain thy beloved Hilda and taken her golems. So somebody had golems and they were taken.
Yep, if
So
there
there might be
is a
golems.
secret door, there's a lot of evil in there.
I know exactly what golems are, so you don't have to tell me, but for Reynard, Cass, could you inform him what a golem is?
Why are you looking at me?
You're his master.
I'm not some adventurer. I've mainly been a servant of the faith. I've trained to fight creatures. I've fought goblins and hobgoblins, but certain creatures are beyond me. I've heard of golems, creatures
We've all
of...
heard of golems?
I'd say everybody that has, like yourself, Elora, you've probably heard of them. Reynard's probably heard of them as a legendary creature. Juto... Yeah, you would have heard of golems, actually. The Dragonborn sometimes create ones made of stone as guardians. They use them in their burial crypts as guardians of ancient Dragonborn kings. Probably tieflings would have been forced to mine the stone that they're made from. So you might have heard them there. Yeah, they come in different varieties. The only ones you've really heard of are stone golems. There are legendary iron golems that are supposed to be kind of like ancient relics of, the past, created by some beings that you don't really know about. And occasionally a necromancer or a human or a mage or a madman might try and create a flesh golem, which is literally a Frankenstein, like somebody made from parts of other people stitched together. Those are the only ones you've ever heard of.
Have I heard of any of this?
You probably would have heard the flesh golems, the Frankenstein monsters.
We kind of fought one of those.
Oh yeah, we did.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was near
The
a
guy
big
with the organ
full shard.
playing, and there was lots of bodies.
Yeah,
Wow.
that. If you want to think of that as a flesh golem, you can think of that as a flesh golem.
And we
No,
had
I
the
know you
abomination
made it.
really early on with the full shard as well.
Ah,
And we
no,
used
that
mini.
Yeah, that wasn't a flesh golem.
No, it was a
It was like
giant
a big monster
or
man. It
something.
was like what's his name? Chunk from the Goonies. That's what that was
It
like.
was just a
Can
good
I
mini who needed to be
see
the right size.
from the skeleton? Can I see if there's any broken ribs or broken bones or anything like that to potentially say what killed him? Or
Medicine
how big?
check.
Medicine.
I don't think I've ever done one of them.
Well, that's a 1.
You look at him. That's a
Age.
skeleton.
Cool.
He died.
he's
Well,
dead.
Yeah,
He's a dead man.
I reckon.
What'd you get, Kim?
It's
Same
probably
check.
a dwarf
8.
too.
8.
Yep.
You look over it, and 8's enough to know there's no broken bones. All of his bones seem intact. There's no cuts. There's no fractures to the skull. You're not really sure what killed him.
Did it say there were sorcerers, bad, evil sorcerers that came
It did
and
say
stole
something about
stuff?
It said
Took
he
his
was
wife.
a sorcerer.
Cassandra
Or
looks-
magus.
made
there was-
bad people?
It's a shame that he didn't write more useful information. It
He
sounds
wrote
like his
plenty.
fellow. Well, yes, in vague terms, mad sorcerers, golems, but
He was
it'd be
dying.
good to know exactly what we were dealing with here.
He was magic. He conjured a spirit to write this, so he had magic himself.
So something more powerful than that killed him, or he was overwhelmed. But he kind of knew that he was going to die. at the same
Madness
time.
hath overcome Calibastor.
He says that he died from a plot of his own kin.
Oh, so his family killed him.
Plot of they whom I have called
Dwarven
kin.
families are quite large. They normally refer to their clan as family, so it doesn't necessarily need to be a
So
blood
th-
relation.
they're
Yeah.
The whole civilization down here, the little tribe of people mutinied against this warden, maybe. Maybe there's some sort of magical madness.
Whatever it is, no good in there.
But they had mechanisms. What are mechanisms?
Are we on this map right now?
No.
So we're looking at
So you're currently in
a door that's been forced open.
Yeah, so you're in about a 10-foot wide corridor. It's dark apart from this dim glowing light and whatever light you bring with you. The skeletal remains is just kind of being tossed to the side on the ground. You've got this writing, which has been written on the wall, carved into it. And then, you basically got another kind of... It looks like the interior, the inside of it looks like a worked stone door, but it has clearly been broken through and forced open.
Right.
Not the whole way, but enough that you could easily
Slip
open it if
through,
you
yeah.
wanted to, and see what was behind it.
Could I?
Can I check the drawer for traps?
Well, I was
Am
going to say
looking?
I have a.
Somebody's a bit nervous about traps. Yeah, you can do an investigation check.
Oh, he
Well, I've got fine traps. as a spell.
While they're
That's fine.
doing that,
Let's
can
just see.
I
No, yeah, that's
have
an
a
actual
respectful
one. I have
rifle
no idea. It's a
through
door.
the skeleton?
It's a door.
Yeah, you
Might be
can.
a dwarf.
You have a quick respectful rifle through the thing. You actually kind of bring him, like turn him over because he's been kind of thrown down face first, skull first. It looks like he did have like things like tattered pouches and things like that. You actually find a few fragments of maybe what was once a glass vial that's been shattered. But it looks like maybe either he had nothing on him, like he mentioned something like when Reynard was reading it out loud, he mentioned like a few pages of a spell tome.
Yeah.
You don't find them here. It looks like maybe somebody already took everything that was on him.
I'm gonna just kneel down next to him and just do that thing they do in movies where they put their hand over their face to close
Over
their
the
eyes.
skull?
Yeah.
But it's a skull.
I know it's a skull, but I just
gonna do it
Respect.
anyway.
it's a thing. Yeah. I'm just gonna put my stroke his face.
He's so weird.
As you touch the skull, it crumbles a bit because it's so frail, like it kind of just cracks
Okay.
and dusts.
What are you doing?
I'm not making it worse. He's dead already.
Leave him.
Okay.
So whatever they were trying to protect and heal broke free of their bonds and rampaged the place. So why were they keeping something that would ultimately kill them?
What'd you get on
Fear
your
the-
investigation check, by the way,
Defending
Laura?
them.
One. I don't even think it's a door at this point. Like,
You're just like, it's a door. It's been
Can I-
opened.
it might be a door.
Can't be. Yeah.
Can I just do find traps then?
Do you want to cast Find Traps?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let me just see
I'll
how
just
this
do it.
spell works.
For as far down the hall as I can, I suppose.
Find faps.
Find
Fear ye
Traps.
whoever findeth these words.
Find
fear if
traps.
These dwarven
120
fear
feet,
if these dwarven
instantaneous.
sorcerers, if they have,
Okay, so it
If
goes,
they
it's like a
have-
pulse.
Yeah. Sweet.
if thy chance to open thine vault.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what happens, Reynard,
Go
is
to
you
the vault.
focus for a moment, and your spells aren't necessarily as magical with Reynard. We kind of talked about it's more like training and things like that, and like cobbled together objects. You kind of, you look around, you taste the air, like examine things.
And lick the walls.
You don't get the sense that within 120 feet, you do not sense any traps present, and that is a spell slot. Mark off a second level spell slot.
Done. Cool.
Okay.
I sense no mechanisms. Well, no traps.
He says, if fear the dwarven sorcerers if they've had a chance to get into the vault to find these things.
Yeah, that's probably the things that broke free and rampage and kill everything. And there's a vault with all this power and all these cool stuff.
Cassandra looks at you too. Miss Jane, I feel like we're spending a lot of time standing around here. We know that what we must face is dangerous. Should we not just proceed?
We should proceed, but we should be cautious
of course.
if there are traps in place.
Just one more thing. Can I see if there's any triggered traps?
You would have revealed the presence of traps. There doesn't appear
Okay.
to be any traps.
So there's no
present.
traps at all, even triggered
Not here.
otherwise. Okay.
I think Raymond should lead the way,
Hold my
seeing
bow.
as he has the skill to sense traps.
Yep. Sounds good. You want to stand by me, Shooter? Anyone? Hello?
I will stand behind you.
Good enough for me. Let's go.
Okay, so you step in through the room,
As you kind of walk through, you can just feel my Gwandal just gently
pushing in the
just
small
gently
bag.
pushing.
I mean, that hurts a little bit. Okay.
So you step through.
Yep.
The door swings open again, very silently. Strange for a big, heavy stone door. It just moves quite quietly. As you step through, the door leads into a large, lavish stone room. Canopied bed, crafted from stone and laden with now tattered cloths, dominates one side of the room, with a large ornate stone desk on the opposite side. An alchemy lab, various magical apparatus, and other strange devices lay in tatters, almost seemingly broken or ransacked. You can see that a doorway leads out of this room, and on the side of the door, on your side of the door, sorry, you can see a number of complex metal locking mechanisms that can be used to secure the door shut. However, none of them have been activated.
Huh.
This is peculiar, isn't it? It's a weird place.
And my find traps, it covered. Was it? Is it this room?
It would have extended into this room and just beyond.
Cool. All right.
This is not the room.
That is not the room, no.
Oh.
Don't worry about that. I told you, don't worry about that, Matt.
trying
Don't
not
even
to.
think about it.
I'm trying not
Just
to.
don't think about it.
Okay, so we're in a bedroom
I'll tell you when you're in that room.
with alchemy and...
Yeah, so it looks like a large stone bed, double bed. Things like little stone chests and things like that nestled around, shelving units carved all out of the walls, out of the actual stone itself. Stone desk, little drawers again, all made from stone. And then all this kind of magical equipment, like an alchemy lab, some sort of strange kind of spinning orb with like room for maybe holding something, but it's all been broken. It's all been kind of like smashed to pieces.
This is weird.
And
Because
what were the locks like on the door? Did you
So
say?
on your side of the door, there's like multiple kind of like bolt latches and kind of like locking mechanisms to keep the door secure, but none of them have been activated.
Would we want to close that behind us?
Do they seem magical locks, or do they just? Seem
Sorry, this
standard
is on the
locks?
door leading out of this room further into this
okay.
complex, not on the secret door. The secret door looks like it would have been flush with the wall.
Okay.
Again, it would have been invisible
so
if you hadn't known it was there.
it feels like we've come in from a back entrance into somebody's house, because this isn't exactly an entrance hall or anything like that.
No.
This is weird.
That seemed like an escape passage.
But then why
Can
did...
I start checking things?
What would you like to check? Please tell me. I'm excited.
There was definitely no traps from what he said.
So when Reynard sensed traps, 120 feet around him, there were no traps.
We're safe in this room.
How big is the room?
The room's about it's actually very large. It's probably about 40 by 50 feet.
Good.
Very lavish as well.
Very
Like,
lavish.
stone chandelier, crystals, like tiny little glowing crystals. None of them are active currently.
I reckon this is where
dimmed to light.
the warden stayed.
Yes.
Experimented with his mechanisms.
What would you like
What
to
did you say
investigate?
there was like
Stone desk,
desk,
stone chests,
chest,
shelves,
shelves,
and then the door leading out, which has got all the locks on it.
desk.
Okay, you want to check the desk? So you check over the desk, and actually it looks like some of the drawers have been opened. The only thing you can find in it is a book, a journal. You have a quick flick through. It's in Ancient Dwarven. Same
course.
writing, very same hand that was on the wall.
Roger. Raymond. Reynold. Human 2.
2, like it. Good.
I'm human 1.
Cass must be
I
human
passed
3.
the book.
Who to who?
I'm
You.
not human, I'm a lightborn.
Read
Me
this.
too, but come on.
I mean,
Read this.
please.
Read this.
Okay, fine. Take the book.
Okay,
Flick, flick.
so flicking through the book, because there's a lot here. This appears to be the journal of Stolbren Guildstone. Did I say Guildstone?
This guy, yeah,
Yep.
Stolbren
Yeah.
Guildstone.
Stolbren Guildstone. It appears to be his personal journal, kept since he became warden of Caleb Astor. What it reveals is Caleb Astor is a asylum for dwarven spellcasters, a madhouse. Basically, any dwarves that had magic and were deemed dangerous or posed a threat to the monarchy were sent here to be looked after, to make sure that they enjoyed a healthy life, but away from civilization.
Right.
You flip through, and most of the early entries are about that, like them creating, him taking over the responsibilities, looking after. He references a couple of the patients by name, says that their progress is developing well. One of the things that he mentions later on is he mentions his wife, Hulda, had a breakthrough and the creation of her first golem. He remarks that she intends to write down the process so that it can be used by others in the future. You flick through a bit more, there is an entry which refers to the patients, as he calls them, he's put them to, allowing them to expend their magical energy in the process of creating enchantments helps reduce their outbursts significantly. So he has struck a deal with one of the citadels, the Dwarven citadels, he doesn't name which one, to send them fine weapons, armor, talismans. The spellcasters enchant them with very simple, basic enchantments, and then he sends them back. And it helps the patients by getting rid of their excess magical energy, which allows them to remain calm. And then finally, he mentions how a visitor, he mentions a monarch. He kind of doesn't refer to him, he refers to him as the prince. The prince was very pleased with our vault. I've shown him the many trinkets that the patients have developed here. He has asked me to store 3 treasures for him within my vault. What's he called them? He refers to a stone of red and blue marble. And then the other thing he mentions is... got to find my notes. Ivorskald and Scalebreaker.
Wow.
These all sound cool.
Um,
Raymond.
And then the journal just abruptly ends. It literally is like a normal day, and then there are no more entries.
Right.
Well, what did it have a date on any of these journal entries?
Captain's log.
The date is unusual. It's not a date format you recognise. Like, it's symbols. They don't mean anything. They're not numbers.
2017.
It's now. No. You're not sure. Okay. Judging by it, these were probably made a very long time ago.
But that skeleton we deduced could well
Very,
be
very
thousands
old. Yeah.
of years old.
And when I touched him, dust. Dust.
So
that's what you find in the journal.
it's likely that the crazed sorcerers and dwarven mad people are dead by now anyway. So all we have to worry about is
Ancient
undead or
golems.
artificial things.
When you say undead, Cassandra just laughs. It's like, we don't need to worry about undead.
Of course, not me and you, with our abilities.
Just any traps that they might have left.
Traps concern me far greater than undead do.
If they were mad and they had all of this power that they weren't fully getting to use, then they might have gotten a bit paranoid and you don't know what they've created.
Someone's taken control of all the golems. They could have enchanted. Can you do like magical traps as well?
Give me an Arcana check. See what you know about magic.
20.
Let's roll that again, because that
What?
was not sitting. That was a very.
It was there
That
as a
was
20.
no. That fabric was not letting it rest
No, it's a
properly.
3 now. Or plus Arcana. It's a 3.
Yeah, you don't really know a lot about magic.
They
Juto,
might
you were gonna
have
say
magic traps.
When we
That's a
walked
thing.
in,
something. Yes.
you said the doors were forced.
Mhm.
Which way were they
The
forced?
secret door that you came in
Yeah.
from has been forced inwards. So it
Inwards.
looks like the secret door opened inwards and then would shut behind them. But the door with all the locks on it is the door that leads out of this room further into this
So
complex.
someone
you
busted in
imagined.
here.
So someone came in rather than leaving in a
Getting
hurry.
Out, yeah.
And that could have been recently, for all we know.
It
Are there
probably
any
was
tracks or
recently.
anything on the
If
floor?
Ooh, give me a survival check.
Wait. My brain. It's
is it doing
doing-
things?
That's
putting
six.
things together.
15, 21.
21. Not ones that would normally be able to find. There's no dust to leave footprints or things like that. But actually, you're beginning to notice maybe somebody who walked through here recently had like a part of their boot broken or something like that. You find tiny scratches that definitely lead from around the room. It looks like they kind of do a circle of the room. They check out like the desk. It looks like they linger around like the broken apparatus. And then it leads to the door leading out of this room with all the locks. As you follow the tracks up to the door with the locks, you notice two things. One, like I mentioned, none of the locks have actually been activated. Two, although the door is very thick, you can see that there is, you hear something, but it's very muffled. You can kind of just hear like maybe voices or maybe like something being knocked around. But you also see it has kind of like a little peephole, like it has a little brass fitting with a glass that you can look through. And it appears probably looks out onto the other side of the door.
Can I look out through the peephole?
You look outside the peephole and you see the following. The outside the peephole, so outside of the door, it appears to lead into a junction that runs to the left and right. Again, immaculate stone walls, free of the damage of Mark of Time. It's illuminated by those same flickering, hovering orbs. You can see them kind of going up and down the corridor. The main thing that takes your interest is you see a large, muscular human figure and a smaller, possibly halfling female figure appear to be standing over the body of a male, red-skinned tiefling. The tiefling is bloodied and bruised. You can see that their breathing is very hard. You see the half-orc just kind of stand for a moment, gesture with his hands, and then he brings an armoured boot down on the tiefling's hand, and you watch as it just spasms, and you're probably sure that just broke his hand.
Half orc, not half
You said
ling.
human.
A humanoid figure.
A
And
humanoid
then a
figure.
female
Yeah.
figure which you suspect is a halfling.
Okay.
Did-
There are people in the corridor.
Like
Did they
people.
look
A
like
humanoid
broken
figure
sky?
and a halfling.
Oh,
They are attacking a tiefling.
not undead. They're attacking a tiefling.
Yes.
Should we
What's a
help?
tiefling? Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
just never asked.
Really?
Just never asked what he was.
Do we bust
You're an
in?
idiot.
We should, because I was like, well, we should go and help now.
Alright, Cass, you be the boulder. We'll be the grass. Go.
She like brings the sword out and she's like gestures for someone to open the door, and then she gets ready.
Are they in Broken Sky clothing?
They did appear to be, yes.
Should we lure them in?
We could
Is there anything particularly
distract them.
Like
dangerous
Sandra looks
looking?
around, is like, what are we doing now? What are we doing?
Is there anything particularly dangerous looking on the alchemy table?
No, it's been broken. It's
Okay,
like being
fine.
like, you can see glass vials, but most of them are
I
shattered.
think we've got the jump. Let's do it. We don't know how quickly this door can open though.
Does the door?
Cass, just bust it open.
I'm gonna.
Like, kick it.
However you
I'll
get
Does
it
it
done.
open inwards or outwards?
Yeah.
It opens inwards.
I'll
Inwards.
pull it inwards.
Okay, as soon as you pull it, it's open. The locks aren't enabled, so you just pull it
Go.
open, and Cass just storms out. She sees the hulking figure and just wham! Just makes an attack roll straight away.
Nice.
That's going to hit. Actually, she has advantage because it's surprised. Let's see if it's a natural 20. It is.
Amazing.
That's going to be
Good old Cass.
20 plus 27. One chop, she just cuts the man's head off. Just wham! And the body just slumps down to the ground. The halfling woman turns around. You can see her bringing up a drawn blade, like in just complete surprise. You each have a surprise round if you want to do anything.
I'm gonna
Being
shout.
that I can't really go. Gonna shoot.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay, no, make the attack roll.
Probably gonna miss. It's fine.
You had your moonbow out already. You have advantage because it's surprised.
Oh.
Because they don't know that you're there.
I guess while this is happening, I wanted to like put a hand up and yell, "Stand down!"
That's what I was gonna shout.
Stand out!
That's what I was gonna do. We both shout
When-
stand out at the same time.
That's going to hit.
Stand.
Just as she falls down.
8.
8. She like stumbles
Stand-
back,
stand
barely
up.
alive. Barely alive. She just kind of staggers back, like this like silvery arrow just disintegrates into light, and she's like bleeding.
Cass,
She like
pin her.
staggers around. Huh?
Cass, pin her down.
Cass is still reeling from the blow. Like this is all kind of happening as she just cut the other man in
jump
half.
Still
on her.
shouting. Stand down then.
Okay. So that's you two are shouting stand down. Juto, what are you doing?
I guess she opened the door, didn't she?
Can I run at her
Mm-hmm.
and just try and stop her? Like maybe.
Like pin her up against the wall or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, sure. Give me a strength check or a dexterity check. If you're kind of trying to pin her, it'd be more of a strength thing. If you want to try and flip her, like try and knock her legs out from under her or something, that'd be
Yeah.
more of an acrobatics
I
check.
will do a dex.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Acrobatics.
Goes into her heart. She's dead.
Natural 1.
She's dead.
You hit the
You
door.
go to sweep her feet, but she's staggering back. You kind of misjudge where her legs are going to be, and it just kind of whoop, and you kind of stumble a little bit. She staggers back with this blade drawn, looks around. She's like bleeding, clearly outnumbered. She just drops her blade and does this. And it's like, all right, yes.
Anything on her wrists?
She's like trying to keep her arm up, but from where the arrow shot, she can't quite raise her arm. On her wrists, what like manacles and things
Tattoo.
like that.
Tattoos.
Yeah, you see the Broken Sky tattoo on the back of her hand.
All right,
As
let's,
well as manacles.
No, she's not wearing manacles.
Okay, no.
I was asking if that's what you were.
let's tie her up, hands behind the back.
Okay.
Normal deal, Cass.
Cass just like looks at you and is like, "Do you want me to help the tiefling, or should I?"
Yeah. Oh no, you subdue
You
her. We'll
subdue
help.
her. I'll help.
Cassandra's version of subduing her is putting her greatsword on her shoulder and just saying, "If you move, I'm going to chop your head off."
Wow.
And the halfling's like,
Does it?
"Yep, yep."
Make
that's-
sure
I'm
she
not
does
gonna move."
nothing with her wrist.
I want
Don't even
Tattoo.
think
Okay.
about using that tattoo.
She's like, "I won't." I'm clearly outnumbered.
Can I check on the tiefling?
Yeah. So you go over to the tiefling. You kneel down. He is just barely alive. It looks like if you guys had taken a bit longer, he might have actually probably died. He has multiple puncture wounds. He's bleeding. He's been clearly badly beaten.
Reynard,
broken ribs, that sort of
catch.
thing.
Can I look
Potion.
at him and what's the tiefling wearing? Is he not in Broken Skies?
No, I would say. What were you going to say?
I'd like to kind of go up to him immediately and give him a greater healing potion.
Okay, so you're going to do that.
Holy
So you look at him.
I mean, I think one's currently being thrown to me.
Yeah, that's why. Like, if Juto's doing it though, like by the time you catch it, Juto's going to get there first.
Okay.
So, Elora, when you look at him, you can see he's wearing a loose kind of white shirt, tight leather trousers. He's got multiple pouches on him and things like that. Sturdy boots, little leather jacket. Doesn't appear to be wearing Broken Sky clothing at all. You go up to him. Greater healing, yes. Mark that off the sheet, please. 4, 5,
Can I?
6, 8 plus 4.
12.
12. Juto leans over, pours this kind of red liquid. And he just kind of like... and you can see that like the open wounds kind of knit back together. His shirt is pretty much covered in blood. And he just rolls over. He's got a badly bruised face, like big black eye on his red skin. He just kind of rolls over. He's like, that hurt. At this point, what are the rest of you doing?
Can I check his wrist for any Broken Sky?
So you move up to him and you start checking the wrist. You don't find any Broken Sky tattoos.
Okay. Should we bring them in?
He's like, oh, that's a friendly face. Who are you? You're not here to kill me, are you? And he like looks around.
Considering I just rescued you,
Oh,
do
cheers.
not think so.
Good. He kind of sits up. Oh, and he's like clutching his side. He's like, yep, that's a couple of broken ribs. And he like scoots up so his back's against the wall.
We got one of them alive still.
Oh, kill that bitch. Oh.
We kind of want more information first.
I can tell you what you need to know. Just kill her. She's too dangerous. All of these Broken Sky guys are. And he kind of reaches into like a little pocket and he pulls out like what appears to be kind of almost like a little, like, not quite cigar, but like a little kind of like tobacco thing, puts it in his mouth, and with a finger on fire, he lights it, and he's like, ah! He's just like leaning back.
Okay, well, I'm just going to ask you a few questions anyway.
To the woman,
Yeah.
and she's just like, yes, don't listen to him. He's already betrayed us. You won't get any reasonable
It's a real
information from
shame.
him.
Betraying the Broken Sky. Oh, awful for the world.
No, he's not. He was hired, and he attempted to steal from us. I'm saying he's not trustworthy.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. Why are you here?
Why am I here specifically, or why is the organisation here?
Both.
I'll start with the first one then. I lost my family. Broken Sky offered me a way to make some good coin. I am not best pleased with Talisval's leadership. I thought it would be a good agent of change. They are a little bit more violent than I was expecting, but perhaps that is what's needed.
How long have you been with the Broken Sky?
Myself, about 7 months or so. That's why I was an insight check. Okay.
5? No, 16, sorry. I looked at the wrong stat.
Watching her body language, don't think that there's no twitches, there's no signs that she's lying.
You know what that does, right? On your wrist?
I am aware, but, well, if you're referring to certain measures which other agents have been given, this will not harm me if I speak. I'm trusted at this point.
Can they tap into what you're seeing?
No, it doesn't work that way. It gives us an element of Her Majesty's power.
And what's the point of your organisation coming here?
I was accompanying a fire giant woman by the name of Tanya. She's fascinated by magical artifacts. She learnt of something within this complex that she was after, that Fulania wanted.
Did you steal any sort of manacles / neck braces that would subdue dwarves?
No, the giants created them themselves.
Okay. That was a brainwave and
I see.
Never
We knew
mind.
that. We knew
The
that.
giants created
But I thought
those.
they could have taken it from
Look, I'm more than happy to surrender. I don't need to... She looks over at her now chopped in half friend. Let's just say I'd rather be a prisoner than meet such a violent end.
You were going to kill this tiefling, weren't you?
No, we were told to beat him.
He almost died. If it weren't for Juto.
Would have been regrettable, but I was just merely told to accompany the half-orc. He was in charge of delivering the punishment.
So you hired an extra person on top of all the people in Broken Sky already to steal stuff from this vault.
He is a treasure hunter, supposedly. He claimed he had knowledge of this complex, of whatever Fulani has been looking for. He's been working with the Broken Sky for a little bit of time, but as a contractor, if you prefer. Okay. He kind of like, he's like, not entirely a lie, but not quite the truth.
And what is your side of the story?
Well, alright, what she said is mostly true. I am a treasure hunter, bit of a thief, know how to get into places where I shouldn't be. Offered my assistance to the Broken Sky. Figured, well, they didn't seem so bad by the recruitment advertisements that they ran. Certainly I've got no love for that And he spits that Dragonborn in Talus Val.
Okay, carry on.
I'm going to take his cigar away from him.
He's like, nah. Fine.
Get it back when you learn some manners.
And he's like, looks at you.
Korak's a cool guy.
He rolls his eyes. Anyway, the idea of disposing. Oh yeah, if you smoke it, it's foul. It's like disgusting.
Oh, here you go.
He like takes it back.
Bahamut.
I have no luck. The idea of disposing that Dragonborn appealed to me, shall I say. And initially, it all sounded quite nice. Cushy job, earn some coin, maybe even get myself a little bit of a title, have some freedom. Turns out, actually going on some missions with them, I found out what the Broken Sky was really like. Not the nicest chaps. Can't say that I disagree with their ideas of killing the Dragonborn, but I don't approve of their methods. So, I figured, well, kill two birds with one stone, get myself out of a bad situation, and make a considerable bit of coin on the side. Break into the vault that I know to be here, and get away clean. Annoyingly, they found out and had me beaten near to death.
Okay.
Can I insight check him?
Mm-hmm.
I may as well do the same. Probably reading him.
Chiso?
What is your name?
I'll give you advantage on the insight check if you want, because you understand Tiefling body language a bit better.
23.
20. Well, a total of, insight.
Natural
my
20.
So,
2 natural 20.
between all of you, you're pretty sure this guy, he doesn't seem that, he's so brazen and confident. You're kind of sure he's almost bragging a little bit. Like, he's kind of pleased with himself, that he's not dead. You don't think he's lying. Certainly he seems to be a shady character, but nothing he's said, you don't have any indication that he's lying. The name's Saito.
Saito.
Saito in your common tongue.
I'll call you Sai.
You can if you want.
Can you not smoke that anymore?
He puts it out. It's almost done anyway.
So
I don't suppose you've got any more of those potions, have you? These ribs are killing me.
You'll be fine.
No, I really won't. Oh, it's so painful. Oh. He makes a face.
I'm just staring
Like,
at
looking-
him,
he's looking
just
at you.
like,
All right, fine. And he kind of pulls himself up. He's like, it does still hurt though. Oh.
How are you both here?
Is she not dead yet? And he points over at the halfling woman just kill her. What are you waiting for? She's going to use that hand of hers. Do something dodgy. Run and tell the others.
The problem we face right now is they both are against each other, and they cause a complication and a nuisance. And he's going to try and kill her.
I'm not
She's
going to
gonna try and kill him.
I'm not going to try and kill her. She might try and kill me.
You want her dead.
I want her dead because it's convenient. No, I'm not going to put myself on the line. I'm injured. I know that she can conjure magic and do all sorts of stuff with that tattoo of hers. I don't want trouble. I'm just saying you should kill her because she's too much of a risk.
How about we just let you go?
If you want. I was going to make a different offer, but
Go on.
if you want me to let me go... Well, look, I didn't come here because... I didn't just come here by chance. I know Calabastor. I know the complex. I've read about it. My tutor, the one who taught me certain skills, knew a lot about this place.
So you know of the golems
I know about the vault.
and the mechanisms.
That stuff's fine. Most of it's already been dealt with. Tanya's either had to wade her way through it, or the traps are in a different location. Look, the vault's hidden. It's secret. The Fire Giant doesn't know about it. I can take you to the entrance. Maybe there's a puzzle. Maybe there's a couple of traps. I don't know. We can
maybe
get past
you
that.
want us to disarm it and do all the hard work while you steal the treasure inside.
I'm not gonna. We'll split it evenly. I will help you overcome the puzzles and traps. Come on, fellow tiefling.
You've already betrayed
you
the
know,
Broken Sky.
Yeah, that's
You
because they're
can't betray much worse than that.
well, because they're bastards. Let's be honest. You
We've
all seem
recently
like
been
fine,
betrayed.
upstanding start. You came to my rescue. I've got a good reason to help you out.
I also want to kill
I'm skeptical of
Korak.
everyone at this
Oh, yeah,
point.
he's a Dragonborn Scar. Sorry, when was the last time you were in Brasaris? Do you know what it's like for our people there?
Thieves? What it's like for thieves?
I became a thief after I left Brasaris, thank you.
Also, I think you're, much like Juto in her early days, misconstrued what Korak is.
So he's not a Dragonborn.
Well, he is a Dragonborn, but he doesn't carry the... He didn't do the things that you think he did.
Maybe not. Well, I don't know what he did specifically, but he's a Dragonborn. That's enough for me. They
That's
can't be
racist.
trusted. Well, maybe, but when your entire race has been brutally murdered, tortured, imprisoned, enslaved by another race, and you think they're lovely, then you can talk to me.
Oh, try being a white human. Oh wait, no, that's really. Yep, don't worry, ignore me.
He kind of like looks at you and he's like, "This guy's funny. I like this guy."
I like this guy.
Or you can
Oh,
have a
great.
nice little team together, wherever you like.
Look, I will take you to the vault. We'll get in there. If I remember correctly, they have got stacks of dwarven enchantments, gold, gemstones, spell scrolls. It's a fortune.
What of the crazed mages that we were warned of?
Oh, they're all dead. They died centuries ago.
How do we know that you're not just going to lead us to the broken sky?
If you think that that's what I'm going to do, then by all means, I will take
It
my
would have been a
leave.
hell
But
of a setup to
I
be
think
near death.
exactly. I mean, you saw what they were doing to me. They were beating me to death.
Yeah.
Can we shackle him?
Well, no. Not going to let that happen. Spent the first 30 years of my life in shackles. I'm not spending any more.
It is useful to have someone that knows the tricks and the traps of this place.
I mean, we can avoid all of that unpleasantness. That's on the other side of the complex. That's where that fire giant woman's gone after.
Is she here now?
Yeah, she's in the other side of the complex. That's where they've gone. They're after, what was it, a manual, some sort of tome. They're on the other side of the complex. We can get in, get the treasure, and get out.
The halfling is very useless right now. What can you offer?
She kind of looks around and she doesn't seem to. She's like, well, that's not. I can't offer anything, but I've surrendered to you. I'm. You can't just get rid of me. You can't just kill me in cold blood.
It's quite a quiet place.
As long as you have that tattoo on your arm, you're a danger to us.
And she kind of like looks. Cassandra's still holding the blade there, but Cassandra kind of like looks around at you, and is like, just gives this very subtle shake of her head.
We're not suggesting anything. However, you being here is a burden on us.
Well, what do you want to do with
And
me?
you're at odds with our needs and our goals.
What do you wish to do?
Can you get us to Tanya unharmed?
We don't want to go to Tanya.
Yes, I can lead you that way. You shouldn't encounter too much difficulty. Most of the guards or the soldiers from Talisval have dealt with the
Can you
threats.
give us patrol routes where
aren't
Broken
any.
Sky would be?
There
how we
aren't
can
any
get in
patrol
there?
routes here.
There are none.
Well, no. As far as we're concerned, there's nothing to threaten this place. Any attention would have been drawn towards Veldaban itself. This place, why would anybody suspect that we were here? Tanya has a small retinue of guards with her. She's more than capable of dealing with most threats alone. And she's got that dwarf wizard with her.
Is there a way to permanently knock her out?
Whoa,
Ithane.
Ithane is with. Okay.
Yes, that's him, the dwarf wizard.
He's with Tanya.
Yes.
Yeah, we said
Saito is just like, oh, well, that smelly fat dwarf. Why do you care about him?
It's useful. You don't
We
need
don't need him to get in the vault.
Why not?
No, we don't. I know where it is.
Knowing where it is and getting into it are two separate things.
Trust me, sweetheart. I can get us in. That's not a
Why
problem.
Do they have Ithane?
Some old dwarven trap. I've dealt with worse.
So what's the use of Ithane if they had you?
Well, the thing, he can... Something about... He had a spell where he could locate a certain thing, or he had knowledge of this manual that Tanya's after. Something passed down through his family or something like that.
You could be directly tied to this place through lineage.
Where
Ithane
are
Gilstone.
the men from Talisval?
With her. With the fire giant woman.
How many are there?
Oh, probably not many left. Last time I was conscious, there were maybe 10.
Almost definitely shackled as well, and under her control.
I say we tie...
No, they haven't used any of the collars on the Talisval soldiers.
I do
What
not
are they
understand
using
her
on him?
plans.
They've just got them manacled normally, but they're threatening. She's got some sick, twisted plan. If one of them refuses to go forward and test a trap or fight a monster, she threatens to kill one of the others. Gives them a choice. Either you can risk your life, maybe live, or I kill your friend right now.
Look what you signed up to.
Yeah, I know. Terrible.
And there's no way out.
Well, there is. It's called get the treasure, leave. Never come back to this place.
Wait, who am I speaking to? I thought I was speaking to the half.
Oh, sorry, no, that was male tiefling. The halfling woman is just like, sacrifices need to be made to change things for the better.
Oh, really? So cannon fodder. Okay, cool.
I don't enjoy their deaths, but like I said, There are some times when sacrifices need to be made.
And you still agree with the broken sky,
I believe with what ultimately Felania will do for this country.
which is
Bring stability, bring strength.
they
The country's fracturing. You've seen what it's done with a few
Broken Sky is
agents.
causing that. You do
Yes, and
realise.
how fragile a town that a small group, underfunded as we were initially, how much damage have we done? It shows that the council can't be trusted. They're in it for themselves, and that's it.
Can we shackle her?
Yeah, let's.
Have you got shackles?
Have I got any rope?
It's always with the rope.
You probably do have rope.
Yeah.
You've used some of it. I'd say at least 2 of you have used it to fix the bridge from before, but I'm sure you have.
We keep
some
her
rope.
here. Now,
Well, I was thinking we just have her in front. Any trap goes off.
oh, we
She's
do the
the fodder.
counter. Interesting. If you think
Sandra looks around.
Come on. She's done it to at least 5 people now.
It's not the right way. I can't.
what is the
I
right
can't.
way, Cass? What do we do?
Knock her out, tie her up, leave her here.
When she wakes
Do
up,
it.
she's just going to use that tattoo.
That's fine.
We
We'll
won't
be
be
long
there.
gone by then.
She's heard everything.
Oh, is she going to learn anything that they probably don't already know about you
They
or
know
me?
we're here.
That we're here.
Well, maybe. I just can't bring myself to force even a villain like this woman and her strange beliefs. I can't force her through torturous traps and things like that. Nor will I kill her in cold blood.
All right, we tie her up securely. Knock her out.
With the back flat of the blade, thump, the halfling woman just crumples. With the wound she's already sustained, she just knocks down. The tiefling man is just like, "Nah, I suppose that will do.
All right, now I'm gonna do some crazy knots on her arms, her legs.
Wasting your time. Like your elven friend said, she can just teleport out of that.
Can I go back to the mage's room and check
Where are you going? He's
the
like looking after you. He's like following you.
chests?
Nothing in them. All seem to be ransacked.
Can I just like check anything in the room?
Yeah, you just go around like pretty much either everything was either seemingly taken or it's been broken. The only thing you suspect that the only reason that the journal was left is because really it doesn't.
What is it?
It's
Yeah.
not worth anything.
Yeah. Cool.
As you come back, Saito's just like Vault.
If we leave her, she is going to wake up and she's
Should we
heard
just take her
everything.
with us? She's a halfling. I'll carry her.
She
with
can
my
teleport with us when she's with us. It's either we kill her or we don't, is what we're saying.
back. How long does my hunter's mark last?
Quite a while, I think.
I think it lasts for like an hour or 2.
Like worst case, she's gonna rush off and tell this fire giant woman that you're here. Big deal. We'll be long gone with the treasure by then.
That's not our aim.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want the vault.
You're gonna pass up on the vault full of treasure.
No, we're not going to pass up on the vault.
Uh,
That'd be silly.
Up to an hour
Up to an hour.
concentration.
We're here for the innocent men who are being forced through those traps.
He kind of rolls his eyes. Well, I'm going to find the vault. If you want to rescue your little Talisval soldiers, that's fine. By all means, it's very noble of you. You're good people, like nice fellas. After that, I'll find the vault, and you can join me, but my percentage will go up because I would have done more work.
We're not
Could be
hiring you.
artifacts in the vault that could help us against Tanya.
That's what I'm thinking.
See, this she knows what she's talking about. The little one knows.
It's just I'm more concerned with the halfling.
Do we need this guy?
Not really.
Do
I'm
we
useful,
really
though.
need you?
Yes. Yes.
He read the
He
Dwarvish.
speaks Dwarven.
Any more dwarvish, you're going to need this guy.
Can you read Dwarvish?
Of course, I wouldn't be much of a treasure hunter if I couldn't plunder a
Who do you
dwarven
trust
tomb.
more, Juto? Him or him? I know it's tough.
Look,
They're both very untrustworthy.
I'm a treasure hunter. Some call me a tomb robber, sure. But you can trust a dishonest man to be dishonest.
That's not
That
very-
doesn't sound
doesn't really-
good.
I heard somebody say that once. It doesn't really work, does it?
No.
Look,
Cass, look, I know things are tough. I know you have your teachings. But there is a lot at stake here.
well, I'm not killing anybody.
We don't have to.
I'm not going to let any of you kill them. I'm sorry, Cam, but that's not the teachings of Bahamut. My oath, my paladin's oath, would not allow me to. She is an enemy. I am more than happy to guard her. I will stand watch over her if you want.
If she teleports, there's nothing you can do.
She can't teleport that far. And trust me, I can throw this thing pretty far.
You mark her, and then if she
Can we damage the
Changes.
tattoo?
Yeah,
could cut her arm off,
that would
but she
probably
might kill her.
Probably skin it. Oh. Do you want to do that?
Skin a
You
wrist.
can try.
Oh.
Try it, Cheeto. Burn it.
Burn.
Singe it.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be a good way to know whether we can use that against more broken sky guys.
One of us would have to remain here for when she wakes up to see if she tries it.
You can heal the burn.
I will. It will scar, but hopefully it will disrupt the tattoo.
Do the fiery thing. It's for the greater good.
I do not feel comfortable with this.
I know, none of us
Neither
do.
do I, Miss Jing, but
It's better than
it's
killing
better
her.
than killing them. And I will heal it straight away. It will scar, it will be unpleasant, but she is unconscious.
I require someone to hold her.
Okay, I'll hold her wrist.
Cassandra just puts like a big booted thing over the forearm and just crouches down, putting most of her weight,
Yeah.
but not breaking it. Just
I'll
like
let go and let Cass
she
do that.
shouldn't move.
So how would this work?
I'd say you can use elemental attunement, just enough fire to like, if you hold it close enough, you can basically like roast.
In my head, I'd like to kind of maybe, put some fire in my hand and then hold my hand onto the...
Yeah, I'd say that would work.
Yeah.
It's enough. Would you wake up? I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
of course.
unconscious, but if
Yeah.
you're unconscious, like
It's not
when
like-
you're on anaesthetic, you don't wake up
Yeah,
from
but
everything
it's not
like
an
that.
anaesthetic though, is
No,
it?
that's true.
You've just been knocked out.
Just be knocked out.
think it
Also,
would
it's
work.
burning, singeing.
Yeah, so as
Cass
you
is
start
healing at the
burning,
same
like her
time.
eyes, she's and then Cass immediately heals it, and then poof, gauntleted hand just knocks her out again.
Wow.
She's probably going to have brain damage by now.
Yes, I heal that as well. She uses up a little bit of lay on hands just to scar the tissue, and yeah, the back of the hand where that tattoo is now is like a big sort of melted, kind of mashed flesh scar.
I think this is the best we can do with the situation.
Should I stay here in case she attempts to use her tattoo?
No.
Can we not just carry her with us?
We can.
Are you offering?
Yes.
Fine. And she's still got she is still not.
She's still bound. Yeah.
Just grab the rope and just swing her over my back.
Yeah, you're strong enough. You're pretty
Just
strong.
swing her over my back.
Reynard's actually what? Strength 14.
Yeah.
He's pretty buff, like for a
body
regular
is
man.
like-
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a
Upper
triangle
arms.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long
It's
as
all
I'm
upper
lifting
arms.
over my legs.
Always miss leg
Missed
day.
leg day.
Alright. Treasure hunter extraordinaire,
Saito.
Sai,
Sure.
take us to the vault. Unharmed. And if you get out of sight, there'll be an arrow in your back.
I'm going to be staying here. I'm still injured from them beating me. I'm not going to put myself at risk.
Don't forget we saved your life, so you owe us.
That's why I'm splitting this treasure with you.
Just go.
Okay. Saito actually leads you. You head off to...
Have a break before I-
Oh, time for breaky. So we're going to take a break right there. Thank you very much for watching so far. Please do ensure you come back and watch the rest to see how this all goes down. We'll see you
Treasure
after the break.
hunters.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hello, and welcome back to HighRollers, where our party have decided, upon entering a Dwarven insane asylum for sorcerers, have decided to follow a tiefling that they've uncovered, a tiefling treasure hunter who was hired by the Broken Sky to help them break into this place and obtain some sort of secret.
When you say it back like that, everything
Instant
just
regret.
goes, wow, that's
They've-
a stupid thing to
They've
do.
decided to follow this tiefling and to uncover the vault of this place, which was hinted at in a message left by a Dwarven, the warden of the insane asylum, a Dwarven magus, and you have decided to follow him. Saito, this tiefling, leads you through a series of corridors. You don't encounter any traps. Any that seem to have been here have either long ago been used or no longer functioning. He leads you to a small shrine to Moradin, a dwarven figure, large beard, masculine-looking dwarf with a warhammer in one hand and a rune, holding a dwarven rune in the other. He searches around it, flicks something at the back, and it slides out the way and reveals a passageway. And he's like, come on then.
Has he been confidently walking through these corridors?
Yeah, like he'll occasionally stop and he like looks around and he's like, this way. And he's like,
I mean,
How do you know so much about these?
there are these things called books. Have you read them before? Can you read?
I can read. I can read just fine, thank you.
I'm not sure he could.
You were that thing you were rubbing your face on. That was
I will hold my hands up.
Oh.
It's very unlikely you would have encountered books about Calabastor before. This place was somewhat of a dark stain on ancient Dwarven history, and a lot of it wasn't recorded. My tutor, she discovered a tome written by the architect of this place, who described its creation and what it was to be used for. Kind of secret journal. We took it from a noble who didn't realise what he had, and I memorised it.
And what's down here?
This will be think of it as sort of a test to make sure that anybody who stumbled upon the secret entrance is fit enough to proceed to the vault.
Can you explain more?
It was never actually detailed what the test will be. Some sort of puzzle, I imagine. What I do know is that beyond that is the treasure chamber and something which I could only ever referred to as the Guardian Chamber. But I'm sure it's fine.
Well, after you.
Sure?
Inside.
Yeah, sure.
I just want to see how, like, you know.
Yeah, I want to inside check
Super
him.
flippin'.
I'm really nervous around everyone right now.
25.
That was
25.
terrible.
Okay. What'd you roll?
13.
Okay, 25. When he said something, when he was like, something I only saw referred to as the Guardian Chamber, there was a little twitch, something that tells you he knows a bit more about the Guardian Chamber than he's letting on. But he just strolls in, he's like, right, this way! And he strides off into this chamber beyond.
So it's just opened up a wall.
It's like,
Okay, so
yeah,
not going
and
down.
the wall itself has like gone down as well. So it's like the shrine moved, and then a piece of the wall has gone down to allow like a
It's
passage.
almost like the statue didn't need to move.
It looks like the statue was almost like a double bluff. So like the statue was there to hide up anybody being able to check the wall for a secret entrance.
Okay.
I walk behind him
Okay.
with a dagger drawn.
Did we see what it was that you said he flicked something to get?
He just moved his hands around the back of the statue
Oh, right,
and
okay.
seemed to flip some sort of switch or something like that. As you enter the chamber, this large stone chamber is lined with metallic veins that seem to stretch out like a spider web throughout the chamber. They glitter with a silvery light that casts a delicate glow over an impeccable stone floor. The room has a slight mist and a haziness to it that seems to drift and dance around. At times, you think you can see shapes or figures, but they quickly pass or move out of sight. At the centre of this room is a raised dais with a giant pair of scales. The scales are made from the same silvery metal as in the walls, but each side has a dish of a different material. One on the left side, is a golden dish engraved with feathers. The other side is made from onyx, and it seems to have possibly flames carved into it. You're not quite sure. In front of the scale is a small pedestal, part of which appears to have been broken by, you can look up and you can see a part of the ceiling has actually broken and smashed through half of the pedestal. Saito looks in, he's like, fantastic, look at this, this must be, no, and he's like going up to the scale and he's looking at it, he's like, this is solid mithril.
What, the whole scale?
just this, and he points at the center chamber and then the arms. He's like, this, all mithril.
Oh, do you reckon you can like break it down and?
Wouldn't recommend it. It's probably enchanted. Also, I think, and he looks at the scale, this is obviously tied, this is the test or the puzzle or something.
They use mithril for a test.
Yes.
Crazy.
Well, the ancient dwarves were fabulously wealthy. I mean, this was when the world was new. This is all the ore, the gemstones, none of it had been plundered before. This was, well, to them, this was probably nothing more than another crafting material they could make from.
Baffling. Either
Fascinating.
way,
Fascinating.
we have a feathery carved side of gold and an onyxy side of carvings that I can't quite make out.
Oh, looks like flames to me.
So we've got a balanced scales. They're already balanced, right?
Yeah, they look as if completely balanced at this point.
So
Is there
feathers,
any
light.
writing? Is there any writing, any dwarvish?
Where are you looking?
All around it?
Oh
Everywhere?
yeah, I want to look at
Looking
the
all
scales
around, yeah. I
and
mean,
see.
it's kind of, this room is quite large, and this kind of silvery light and the haziness kind of makes it a bit hard to look at. Like, you can't really see the floor very well. The things that mainly stand out is the giant pair of scales on the raised dais, and then the pedestal, which is just in front of them. They seem to be the main two features.
Can I look at the floor, actually?
Yeah, it looks to be perfectly well carved stone.
So the floor is like beautifully smooth stone, but the walls are like veins of mithril.
Yeah, we'll just weave through it seems.
Is there any pattern to that? Or?
Very random. If there is a pattern, it's incredibly detailed. It almost looks like a spider's web.
Are we
but
supposed
erratic.
to mine mithril and put them in the scales?
Can I look up at the ceiling?
Yeah, ceiling again kind of comes. It has that same natural rocky texture, covered in the same mithril.
It seems like it's on purpose though. It's like, why would they build this in a very dense mithril mine?
Don't know. Strange.
A vein of ore.
Don't know. What did you want to look at, Laura? You were looking for writing of some kind. You wanted to look at the floor.
Yeah,
Perfectly impeccable stone.
Is there like any join where the floor and the walls meet?
Yes. As where the walls and the floor meet, there is an ever so almost like a very thin skirting of chipped stone where the natural cavern has been chiseled so it blends into the stone floor.
Is there any writing on the pedestal or the dishes?
So, on the pedestal, if you look at that first, there is something on the pedestal actually. It looks like half of it's been broken by this collapsed ceiling, but the pedestal probably once it held 2 tablets, one of which has been shattered now into kind of many, many pieces. The other tablet, it's not written in a language, it almost looks like a spell scroll, almost looks like arcane writing, or something that an arcane spellcaster or would need to look at and be able to read from. You can make an Arcana check to see if you can decipher it. Anybody can if they want to inspect
Yeah, I want
it.
to have a look at it.
14.
10.
10. 14, probably the best one. You have a look at these 2 tablets. The broken one is kind of, you can't really read
That
it. It's
tablet's
shattered.
broken.
The other one, however, it has been engraved with the same writing you would find on a scroll, and it seems to detail a ritual to summon a creature called a quasit.
What's a quasit?
What's a
You guys can give
It's
me
what you're
a
trapped in.
knowledge arcana check if you want to know what a quasit
Yeah.
is.
Trapped in a
2.
closet. Get it?
Never heard of a quasit before.
25.
What? Arcana.
Arcana, yep. See what you two
Natural
rolls.
20.
Natural 20.
Sorry.
You've heard about this, probably a few stories from your father. You know about this because it's actually kind of tied to your heritage. A quasit is a type of demon. It is one of the lowest ranks of the 9 hells, which is where demons come from, I think. It's one of the lowest ranks of creature. It is one of the least harmful demons, or mainly known as a trickster. A lot of people get it confused with an imp, but an imp is the devil version.
What would a quasit have to do with a dwarven test?
No idea. It's fascinating though, isn't it?
Is there any speak of quasits in your books?
No, not really. This whole chamber, very, very little information about it, I'm guessing, to prevent people from being able to...
If you were
just come
doing
across
this on your own,
I'd just spend some time, figure it out. I'm sure we can come up with something.
The tablet that says about the quasit, is that aligned in any way to the...
It looks like it was once part of the same... The 2 tablets were joined, but one has been broken.
But I
Which
mean,
side is it?
which
it on
side
the
is it in
fire-
comparison to the
Very
pedestal?
good question. So it is on the same side as the onyx side.
So we're potentially looking for, if that's a thing from the 9 hells, did you say?
Mhm. Demon.
The demon from the 9 hells, then we may be looking for a counterpart of
Possibly.
gold
That's a good
feathers.
idea.
An angelic version of them.
What's the opposite of a quasit?
Cupboards.
A lightborn. Cass, get in the scale.
She's not here.
She's with you. She's
Oh,
she's
yeah,
like
we
she's
took
like
her with
funning
us.
around.
Sit
Have you
in the
put the
scale.
halfling woman on the floor, by the way?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Dump her on the ground.
Keep an eye on her,
A very
Ray.
keen eye
Ah.
on her.
Cass looks around.
Sit on
Really?
An angel and a demon.
Do you-
Can I look at the scales and see if there's any? We didn't see the writing on the scales.
You can. There is writing. It's ancient dwarvish.
I'm right up
Reynard!
there.
Sato's like, technically I can read it. As
No, no.
well. All right, fine. Reynard, when you
I'm-
look at it
Yep.
in the ancient language, you decipher it as being. It says the duty of wizards is to be the balance between the planes.
What? Okay.
What does it say?
The duty of the wizards is to be the balance of the planes.
So the
pretty much what you
quasit
think.
is from the hell, so
Yep.
we need the opposite, the
Yeah.
heaven.
Right.
Bahamut, Cass, get in the scales.
Do you really want me to stand on the scale?
Well, I could just put my symbol on there with that.
Or a symbol of Bahamut.
I've got that.
We can try it.
That was
Sato's like, yeah, sure.
better than you climbing.
Half the time, honestly, solving these problems, you just do stuff until something works.
Kind of,
Saito,
yeah.
what
put
would you
something in
suggest? You're a legendary treasure hunter. Come on.
Well, based on that scripture, based on the pedestal, there is. I think you're quite right, silly human.
Of course. Well, hey.
We need to find a way to balance them between obviously two planar creatures. A quasit, being of the nine hells, would be opposed by a celestial being or something of the positive planes.
Do we need a quasit?
We could summon one. I know a little arcane magic. I can probably complete the
This
ritual.
tablet wouldn't do that, would it? This tablet.
The tablet, and he looks. This is a ritual to summon a quasit.
That's what we need, and then we need to balance
need
it
a quasit?
perfectly with something of celestial being.
This quasit, are we meant to just sit it on the pedestal?
I don't think it's gonna just sit on the pedestal.
He looks around. He's like, well, there are other things that are infernal as well. Now that we've kind of figured out this planar balance
I
thing,
figured. Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
Is there something that's innate?
he points at Juto, and then he points at himself.
Tieflings.
Oh, it's kind of racist. But you're a tiefling, so I
That's
guess
what our ancestors made deals with.
you're kind of like not fully demon though.
No, true.
And
I'm
Cass
not
is
saying,
not
I'm
fully
not saying it
celestial.
will work.
Juto, get in the scale.
He looks at you. I can get on it if you prefer.
Would I know if fey creatures would be considered as good?
It's not. They
things?
are. They can be good.
They're
Fey
kind of
creatures are
chaotic.
kind of their own thing. They are separate to celestials and demons and things like that.
I
Generally
climb
they're
up
neutral.
into the dirt.
I'm
Which dish?
purity.
The black dish.
The onyx.
Okay. So as Juto clambers up onto it, the scale lowers.
You're pretty heavy, Juto. Sorry.
Cam.
Cam, other side.
Cassandra.
Who's as heavy as Juto? I mean, as light as Juto. Probably me.
Sandra looks at her full plate nail.
Yeah.
I
Jump on.
am the essence of purity in heaven. I'll climb it.
Okay. So Cam gets on. You've got the elven armor on, haven't you?
Yeah.
And a bunch of other stuff. So as Cam gets on it,
You're too heavy.
You're heavier than me. No, wait. I'm heavier than you.
Take your armor off.
All right, Juto, not in front of the others.
Or is the other tiefling heavier?
Clink, 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 clink.
you can take. So you spend 5 minutes taking your armor
5
off.
minutes.
Well, that's 5 minutes. Should we just?
Don't do that. Get the other
It's
tiefling.
like he's like
Yeah,
doing
the other-
it, and it's going to take him a while.
Well, hang on. Let's just have
See,
Saito
switch.
replace Juto.
Okay. So you two swap places.
Well, we'll do it gently.
Cam still seems heavier. Saito's only got like a leather jacket and a few things on him. Maybe throw it
Climb
like.
up as well.
So when the two of you are on it, you're too heavy. You're heavier than Cam.
What about one Cass, two tieflings?
Can try it.
Cass, can you climb this thing?
Can I keep an eye on the halfling the whole
You
time?
get off.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get off. Cassandra climbs on top. As the two lock in place, the mithril glows brightly. The wall, the mithril vein wall, vanishes, replaced by square, flat stone, and actually a passageway is revealed leading off from this room. Saito's like, "Hey, see? Told you we'd figure it out."
But if you get off the scale,
Does the passage close?
I guess it's just the test complete, right? Get off.
He steps off, stays as it is.
Onwards.
Cass, you are purity and goodness.
No, I think I just weigh a lot in my armor, actually, Cam.
Yeah, but you're the opposite.
But you
of a
are
demon.
also very good and pure.
Yes.
Not saying anything bad
Well, we're
about
not
you
opposites.
guys.
They have infernal heritage. We have celestial heritage.
Yeah.
It's weird that you're kind of taught that 7 hells is a bad place. And
9 hells.
9.
9. Oh, is there 2 more? Shit. Didn't realise.
That's why it's so bad.
Created especially for you.
Oh, 2.
Well, there's definitely at least
Roomy.
one dedicated just for him.
Let's move on, shall we?
Saito's like, excellent. So, Guardian Chamber. Who's going first?
What is this
You.
guardian chamber?
Huh?
You.
Me?
You.
Yes,
All right,
indeed.
okay.
What is the guardian chamber?
Not really sure.
Can I insert?
Are you guys quite clever? Who's quite clever?
Yep, that's me.
These two, look at them. They should go first.
Nope.
No.
I think you should go first.
Why are
Alright.
you not going first?
Well, it doesn't really matter who goes first, but
Why don't you tell us what you know about the
Alright,
Guardian
alright.
Chamber?
all right.
You actually know.
Yes, okay. For you, sure, fellow tiefling, of course.
I'm going to insight the shit out of this.
I think, and it's not based on anything, it's a hunch. The Guardian will have some sort of test, maybe a riddle or a challenge, and if we don't pass it, you have to fight the Guardian.
What is the guardian?
Not 100% sure. Traditionally, in things like this, it could be anything. Could be a animated statue, a guardian, a creature, an elemental. Could be a sphinx.
That could be a
Could
guardian
be,
in the guardian.
22
Golems?
insight check.
Yeah, you're pretty sure he's telling the truth this time.
And this is the guardian of the vault.
Yes,
So we've reached the vault.
pretty much. All we have to do is pass the Guardian's test. We get in the vault.
Pass the test
Who
to get the
has
chests.
to pass? Is it one test?
We're the
I
best.
think so. All I've ever seen it referred to is the Guardian's challenge.
Honestly, I don't want to be mean to all of you, but Sai, I've probably got the brains of the
He
group.
probably does.
I
After
think,
you, pal.
I think,
I should
you
probably
should
go
go.
first.
I think he probably should go.
What
again.
about this? And I'll like pick up the halfling again. I could just throw her in there.
Cassandra's like, no.
Cassandra, come on.
No.
They wanted
No.
to get to the vault
Oh.
anyway.
I start walking in.
We gave her a fast track.
Saito moves up behind you. It's like, see, we've got this. He tries to put his arm
Do we
around
only
you
need to
like
do
a
it
friend.
once, or does,
I just narrow my eyes, like suspiciously looking at his
It's
hand.
just like,
will this guardian let us all through for one person?
yeah, I
completing
think
the
so.
vault?
It'll be the same challenge for all of us, I imagine.
Can we all help fight?
Sure.
Walking.
Why not?
You don't know
Walking.
anything, do you?
I mean,
Not
if
really.
she's through the wall and it's
They
not
just start
closed,
walking.
then-
The scale room leads into a small corridor that heads off down, and you can feel yourself again that slow descent downwards. Eventually, it opens up into an antechamber. Again, perfectly stone walls, but this time there is light, kind of softly glowing. There's no veins of mithril. Just again that kind of very impeccable, organized stone. The antechamber opens up into a large vaulted ceiling room with 6 pillars on either side. At the far end of the room is a set of stairs leading down to a shining metallic door. You guys can put Cassandra there.
What about Saito?
Lift
Grunker?
my... Grunker, because we forgot about, is
Oh, yeah.
somewhere else. She's probably resting back in the Magus' room.
Oh, she doesn't actually come with us, okay.
We forgot Grunker. Shit.
Use, for the halfling,
The
use
tree.
this dwarf.
Oh, he's over my shoulder.
And then Saito, use this wizard, because I did have a tiefling model, but I forgot him. As you guys enter, in the centre of the room,
It's a lot of
I
us.
actually realise I don't have a mini for this either. We'll use this. In the centre of the room, you see, quietly sleeping, a large leonine form with a female face. It wears a headdress of brilliant gold, and around her paws are bangles studded
fight
with
that.
jewels.
Don't want to fight that.
So wait, it's what? It's
It's
a,
just like a
Sphinx.
Sphinx with a female
Saito's
face.
like, Sphinx, I called it.
Are these bad?
They can be.
Are they clever?
If we... Oh yes, very clever. Yes.
Do I know anything about sphinxes?
You can give me an Arcana check if you like.
Arcana.
I don't think I'd ever seen
They
this
are
shit
magical
before.
creatures of a certain nature.
22.
So 22. Wow.
Don't worry, when I start fighting, the rolls will get.
They'll be
just go
garbage.
right
Yeah,
down.
absolutely. What you know of Sphinx, mainly through stories. They are generally good. They're normally neutral. They're normally kind of like trusted to guard tombs, but they're also sometimes referred to as like the keepers of time. They are often like, if wizards play around with time, with magic too much, sphinxes might come and stop them. There's two types, an androsphinx and a gynosphinx. The androsphinx is the most powerful, and if you enter its lair, it can actually do things like age people into dust, make them young again. It can literally change things all around. A gynosphinx is less powerful, but still an incredibly dangerous foe. It can do things like teleport around. It can cast spells. It is a spellcaster in of itself, but generally it will give you a chance to prove your worth, normally through some sort of challenge or riddle.
Right. Saito, whatever.
It's sleeping. We can just slide past.
Wait, hang on. Now you know there's a sphinx. Do you know what the type of challenge may be?
No, it could be anything.
We can't sneak past it.
Can't sneak
Yeah, we
past.
can look at sleeping.
This is the
It's
challenge.
just, go on, you're stealthy. He's like, looks at you, he's like, come on. I know you're a stealthy guy. Yeah, you're a stealthy guy.
Cam.
You are, though.
I'm gonna make Cam look away from him and go.
I think we need to
Stop
face this challenge head
letting
on.
him convince you.
Of what? I am stealthy.
He's giving you praise to try and make you go before he does.
He's not. He
Yes,
just
he is.
admires my stealthiness.
Cam.
Look, he can barely see me.
Where is he? Where's he gone? He's like, oh, you're there. Sorry, you vanished from my sight.
See?
He's not that good.
I can sneak. There's 6 pillars.
He looks at you. He's like, you're not like a cleric of stealth, are you? You're not like some sort of
I am.
stealth god.
I am.
Oh, I bet you
I'm
are.
working on it, but
Yeah, I know it. Just go on.
No.
Go on.
No.
Cam,
No.
Get around the bit. Look, and he points around. He's like, look, the pillars. You can move from pillar to pillar. She won't see you.
that's what I was thinking.
Just do it.
First,
You do it.
You do it, Saito.
I'm clearly not as stealthy as this man.
You could
Look
raid.
at him.
Wait, hang on. You said you could
Nimble,
raid this
lithe.
vault on your own.
Yeah, but well, that was before I knew 100% what the Guardian was. Go on, Cam. Go on. I know
Cam,
that
don't
you
you
can do
move.
it. I believe
Cam,
in
don't you move.
Gonna insight you.
Okay.
17.
17. This guy really he thinks you're the stealthiest. He really does.
I don't want to let him down.
Cam, no. No.
The Laura's telling me not to. Probably not to make you feel bad.
Whoosh, whoosh.
I disappear.
Go on.
I was just gonna say, while they're all arguing about this, can I just disappear?
Yeah, what do you want to cast invisibility?
No, just like.
Oh, you want to stealth?
Just stealth.
Yeah, sure. Give me a stealth check. And your invisibility? Or are you stealthing?
I'm trying to stealth.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
9.
Okay,
16.
okay.
So you are actually walking ahead.
No, just
Yeah.
to this first pillar.
And so you're going to move to the first pillar, right? Okay, Juto, what are you doing?
I was gonna go to
Go to the other
pillar,
side?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay,
But I got a 9, so.
okay. Yeah, you just move up. The form is just laying, head down, sleeping.
I'm like just giggling to myself how stealthy I am behind this pillar.
Saito's like, where has he gone? I can't see him. He's so stealthy.
He's over there.
Stop it.
I'm starting to think. No, it's got to be fine.
Yeah, it's
stealth up
not
to the
noticed you. The Sphinx hasn't seemed to notice you. Okay,
I'm gonna stealth up to the.
next one.
Do I need to roll again?
No, you guys have got. You're just keeping the same stealth checks.
Can I see her?
You know, yeah, you're not invisible to each other. You know where you're gone. Like Saito's being an
I'm
asshole.
doing the stealthy thing. Don't try and
I
upstage
hear
me.
him, like.
Like, yeah, you can hear this whisper like.
I'm trying to be stealthy.
Laura,
Stop trying to upstage me. This is my
feel
moment.
like they're gonna mess this up. This seems like it's against the challenge to me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Shall we just?
That's pretty powerful, and there's no way that it's sleeping and not
You
noticing
move
this.
Cassandra forward. Cassandra just walks
Shall
up.
we just?
Is like, okay, gets ready. Not like, no, she doesn't go that far. She moves up just behind Reynard.
Shall we just walk forward
Yeah,
and
I'm
address the Sphinx?
Right, what are you two doing? Still hasn't noticed you.
Just glaring at Juto at the moment. Thinking about going up to the next pillar, but not actually. Because I'm kind of scared of it at the moment. The next pillar's pretty close, Juto. bet you can't do it.
I can't hear you. Like, I'm on the other side of the room.
What?
You just hear like a...
You're so annoying. I'm going to...
What you can do?
walk into the middle of the room and address the Sphinx.
Okay. What'd you say?
I was about to do that.
Juto's there, I can see her. See, Sai?
Oh, noble guardian.
Wait, what?
An eye flutters open.
I apologize for disturbing your slumber.
Faint feline smile curves around the thing. The figure rises up, and you can see it's now quite large, quite powerful hind legs, front paws kind of nestled between it. And as it opens its eyes, you can see that they're actually just kind of sheer blackness. And it looks down at you, Juto. Yes. You did not disturb my slumber. I find that your kind will often attempt, and she kind of, her paws kind of rattle a moment, and next to you, there's almost like a flash of light and almost like fire that kind of, just kind of startles you for a moment. Yeah, and as you kind of, she just kind of smiles and is just like, often attempt to sneak up on an unsuspecting foe.
I think she spotted me, Juto.
You may all step forward, for I see all things. Come, I assume you are here to access the vault of the dwarves.
We passed your previous challenge with the Scales Guardian and wish to face challenge number 2.
The previous challenge was designed by the dwarven sorcerers of this place, not by I. I was merely summoned here to guard this vault. But I do have a challenge, if you are ready.
This tiefling is, and I push
Saito goes,
Saito forward.
It's like, yes, I am ready for your challenge, Guardian. Name it to me. Speak it, and we shall answer. She smiles. Very well. A riddle, then.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Before you continue, Guardian, can we have a moment to confer before we answer?
Of course.
Thank you. Carry on.
Round she is, yet flat as a board. Altar of the lupine lords. Jewel on black velvet. Pearl in the sea. Unchanged, but e'er-changing eternally.
Yeah, I didn't quite get
What am I?
Can we confer?
You may.
Have
I
you
will
got it
give
written
you
down?
1 minute.
The moon.
Have you got it written down?
I do have it written down. Would you
It
like me to
is.
repeat it?
Yes,
It is the
please.
moon.
Yeah, I'm
Kim is
pretty
very
sure it's
certain
in
about her answer. Would you like me to repeat it?
Yes.
Listen
Right,
again.
I'll repeat it in non-DM voice.
Listen again.
Round she is, yet flat as a board. Altar of the lupine lords.
Yep.
Jewel on black velvet. Pearl in the sea.
Yep.
Unchanged but e'er-changing eternally.
Yeah, that's the moon.
Is the moon flat?
In the sky
Flat
it
as a
is.
board.
Like when we look at it.
Is the... It's like the Earth then, flat.
No.
What?
What are you talking about? No.
Saito's like, I think the little kid's got it. That's what I would have guessed.
I just want to say, my input was I struggled with a speaking door. You can go with whatever. If you think it's the
Are we all
moon.
of accord?
We don't have a chord. If you wish, Juto, I can reveal the answer.
Hey, if we're wrong, we just kill the Sphinx. Job done.
I was thinking
rather
button.
not.
What?
Okay,
Why
Cam.
is that the altar of the lupine?
Well, that person could be wearing a button.
I turn away from the group.
Okay.
My lady,
Time is up. What is your answer?
I believe the answer is the moon.
She smiles, bows her head. You are correct, wise tiefling.
Yeah.
The vault's contents are yours. But I may ask, normally the dwarves who access this vault upon returning ask me to continue guarding it. Do you wish me to do the same?
What do you wish for?
I wish to return, although I see many places, and am in many places at once. I would return to my home.
I think your rest is truly earned.
Thank you. And she nods, and you hear, and the door in the staircase leading down seems to open.
It couldn't have been a button then.
No.
It was a really good guess, though. Yeah,
I will
really
remain
good.
here until you leave the vault. If you wish my assistance or my knowledge, it is yours.
What would have happened if we failed?
I would have attacked you.
Okay.
I must protect this vault. It was what I was conjured here to perform.
My
Not
lady,
anymore.
are there any further traps within the vault?
There are not. I am the final guardian. I cannot speak for the rest of this complex, however.
Have you had someone come through before?
Not in perhaps 1,000 years.
And
Wow.
were they the people that were residing here, the dwarves?
It was the Magus, yes. He deposited 3 items within my vault.
So no other mad kind of dwarf people
They have
entered?
never reached this place, although I know of them.
They tried?
No, they were mainly slain by the golems.
What about people like this? I hold up the halfling with the tattoo. Well, it's burnt now.
She looks down. Yes, I understand that this group have troubled your lands, though I have watched from afar. None have come this way.
You say that the people were slain by the golems. Are the golems still here?
Some remain, yes. The group that she nods down towards the halfling woman, they have slain many of those that still roamed, but the devices which created them are still active. You should be cautious if you descend into the rest of the complex.
Can you see the rest of the complex now?
I can.
Can you see a giant, a dwarven mage?
Know this, human. My vision sees all possibilities. I see all times. In this current place, I see a fire giant woman. She seeks a manual, a tome, the secret to the golem's creation. She seeks it for her mistress, a cloud giant. There is a dwarf wizard, but his life is in danger, a deep threat. There are some timelines where he survives, aided by heroes,
That'll be this one.
and then there are others where he does not.
What can you, Nah, don't worry, I don't want to find out.
Can you sense how
Such
many?
knowledge can be the cause of madness in your kind.
Tempting though.
Can you sense how many of the men that we were sent here to retrieve are still alive?
As I mentioned, it is difficult because in many times and places they are in different numbers. I see sometimes 10, sometimes 6, sometimes none.
How do sphinxes breed?
She looks and smiles, the way that many animals do.
But what time are you in when you're doing it?
You are a curious one, if nothing else. Most seek to pretend to portray wisdom when they meet me. Your foolishness is
What?
refreshing.
Foolishness?
Do you see of this man here, Saito?
I see, and she kind of, her expression grows a little bit sad. A tortured soul, but a free one. And Saito kind of gets a bit, he's like, well, we don't need to talk to her anymore, come on. Treasure! Treasure, let's get some treasure!
Oh, I'm so tempted to get her to tell him his future so he goes insane so we don't need to deal with him anymore.
You don't say
But
that.
Yeah, that's a really cool
You're
idea.
a really twisted person.
Here.
Yeah, I know, but like...
Anyway, treasure time.
Okay.
I walk forward to the vault.
Saito moves up behind you. He's just like, hey, that was pretty good. We got that pretty quick. You just don't say anything to him. He's like, okay, just trying to pay a compliment, I suppose.
Can I just go stroke the Sphinx's ear and just like...
He's like, what are you? And he starts asking, like, what are you doing with these people? Like, you're so young. How are you hanging out with these crazy adventurers?
They saved my life.
Oh, well, fair enough, I suppose. I can understand that.
Like we saved yours.
I'm not listening to you. Not talking. Treasure.
And
Do you
we'll
guys head
pass
down
them
to the
a little
vault?
flower in Juto's hair as she says that.
Okay.
And then keep going into the
Okay.
vault.
So you all head down to this vault, yeah? Because
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I'm gonna
I'll
pull-
wait here with the halfling woman.
Please make sure she stays.
Yeah, I'm also.
unconscious.
She looks up at this thing. I'm still not sure. Don't like this.
She is quite the presence.
Yeah. So you guys make your way inside the vault.
I want to push Saito behind me so he doesn't just charge in straight away.
You can try.
He like starts pushing in front of you, like you're having like a pushing match.
Why does this always happen to me?
He's like, no, me.
This is like the 5th time now.
Listen, you wouldn't even know about this vault if it wasn't for me.
Cam, yeah,
Not true.
Juto is the one who deciphered
Answer the riddle.
The riddle, so Juto should be the
That's
first to
fine.
enter the vault.
But I mean, I deciphered the...
Shut up!
Oh, fine.
I'm in agreement
Did you
with
tell?
Sai.
Okay, you head downstairs. The vault is beautiful, carved from some metal. You're not even sure if this is mithril. It just seems to be some strange silvery metal. And it is loaded with goods. 3 plinths hold 3 items of particular note. One appears to be a belt of leather and white fur, studded with thick iron bands and kind of like studs, hovering on this plinth. The other is a red and blue marble that just hovers in place and rotates.
What shape is it?
It is a sphere.
Well,
It just does this.
Yeah.
But I thought the marble was the
It's
material.
marble textured, yes, and then it is also a sphere. On the third plinth is a short sword, a short blade, black. The blade is completely black. The hilt is designed almost like a gaping dragon's maw, with leather, but not a normal leather, almost like a reptilian scale wrapped around the grip, with a ruby gemstone set into the pommel, and that hovers in place. There is a bookshelf which is stuffed full of delicate, beautifully wrapped scrolls. There is a set of potions to one side, and probably, I mean, looking at a pile of gold. A pile of gold.
I'm going to dive into the gold.
You like dive onto it. Saito also dives on it with you, and he's like throwing it. He's like, ha ha ha, wee! It's like, ow!
I want to find
You're just
It's
gonna-
a gold fight.
Yeah, basically you're having a small gold fight.
Can I?
find-
I'm rich!
Can I find traps?
You sense traps. Cast the second level spell. Mark a spell slot off.
Yep.
You sense no
Oh,
traps.
she told us there was no traps.
That's why I made him cast the spell slot off. There are no traps.
Can I go over to the bookshelf? Is it just scrolls, or are there books on it as well?
There are just scrolls.
Okay.
Laura, this is a pile of gold. And you went to the books?
God.
Felania's looking for a book.
Juto's just standing in the
Oh,
middle,
yeah.
looking around. Did you take anything take your fancy?
Scale breaker.
What do you think that is?
Guessing that's the sword.
And you look over, and it does appear, possibly, a nice dull black blade, and it just hovers. It looks like there's no protective field. You could just pluck it.
Looking at
Curious as
the
to
items
marble, though.
floating,
It's like a little marble, and it just spins.
do we have any idea what any of these things are? Is there any way we can sort of have a rough idea?
There was a mention in the journal
Yep.
of the prince who visited the vault with the mayors, and he asked for 3 treasures to be stored there: a red and blue marble,
Yeah.
Lewis skull,
Ivor Scald.
Ivor skull. I can't read my own.
So
And
these,
scale
Ivor
breaker.
skull and scale breaker.
these are the prince's items.
Yep.
I will.
To know more about them, you would require to attune with them, if they require attunement, or an identify spell.
I'm going to step out the pile of gold, but my trousers are loaded with
Yep.
coins, so I'm really jingling.
So you've got probably about 250 gold that you've stuffed into your pockets. It has made a small dent in the pile.
Oh my god.
How much do we think is there altogether?
You'd have to work it out, probably easily about 5,000 gold.
Right.
I wish we had some sort of bag that held an infinite amount
Yeah,
of
it'd be
things.
handy, wouldn't it?
So it was
Shame.
a belt with white fur.
Belt, a thick leather belt with kind of like trimmed in white fur with like iron studs built into it. I would say you recognise it's almost very similar to stuff Sverrir wore. It looks very frost giant.
Or the belt. Mm-hmm. Is it that big though? But it's more.
No, it seems like it would fit around a dwarf's waist.
Would I recognise like the stone or the sword?
Are there any texts around that I could read?
There are not, seemingly.
We could just take these things,
Yes!
figure out what they are.
You can take
And
as
then we
much
can
gold as you
see-
want.
Yes.
He's like, really? I
Yeah.
can take as much
Yeah.
gold as I
Yeah.
want.
As you can fit.
No.
Yeah?
I've got all my trousers full.
You can keep
Can
that.
can we take some gold for each of us?
Well,
before
then
we-
how's this share going to work?
Well,
I'll tell you
do
what,
want
I'll take
items.
all of the scrolls and potions and half the gold, and you can have the 3 items. I don't know what they do.
Can I?
That seems fair.
That's not fair.
No.
What do you mean?
How many scrolls are there? And potions?
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 scrolls and 2 potions.
What's to stop us just killing you?
Well, kind of looks around. He's like, yeah, but you saved my life, so you won't.
I think Cass would stop us from killing him.
You threatened the
but
life of
Cass is
Cora.
here.
Yes, Dragonborn. He like looks at you. He's like, why do you care about some Dragonborn?
He saved my life too.
No, that's not possible. Dragonborns don't save our lives.
You'd open your
They have
mind.
There's a lot of the story that you don't know regarding the champion.
Oh,
He
black
was
and white.
Val.
Key to Brasaris and toppling the true villain.
He like looks around. He's like, okay, good story. You know, why? What's really? He's not really a Dragonborn. Is that what you're going to tell me?
He is a dragonborn, but there are other members of his family who pose a greater threat than he does.
Well, yes, there are dragons that pose a greater threat than all of us, but they're all still killing machines. They're all still going to burn us alive or cover us in acid, just the same as all their weird kin.
He sought to be different.
Well, maybe maybe he doesn't deserve to die then, but he's still a Dragonborn.
He turned his back on Brasaris.
Well, good. So he should. I'm not going to pity him. I'm not going to think him some grand hero, if that's what you're asking. I've seen what their kind do.
Are you going to carry on your quest to kill him?
I'm not going to kill him. I never was. I just wanted to see the broken sky topple him. Because, as far as I'm concerned, I've never met the guy. I don't know why you think so highly of him or what stories he's told you.
Juto tried to kill him,
Good. But,
and then she learned the truth.
look, truth smooth. At the end of the day, I'm free. That's what I care about.
How long were you enslaved for?
He looks at you. Do you really want to do this, little one? I don't really want to do this. I can. I don't want to.
How long were you enslaved?
Okay. 26 years. Enslaved my whole life. Parents were slaves. Wife was a slave. Son was a slave. Not slaves anymore, because they're dead.
While he's doing this, I'm going to try and take all the potions and scrolls.
Okay, sleight of hand.
10.
10. He seems quite... In fact, I'm going to give him disadvantage because Juto's purposely struck a nerve. He doesn't seem to notice. He's kind of like engaged in this conversation now.
How did you escape?
I escaped after I lost my wife and son. Snuck out. Got caught by a few guards, almost killed. Managed to make my way into the river. Flowed downstream. Human woman found me. Nursed me back to health. She was the same one that taught me what I know now. She was old, dying. I guess she wanted to pass on her knowledge to someone.
What was her name?
Her name was Anna, if you must know. She was an ex-thief. She'd stolen. She'd killed. But I think when she came down to it, she revered history more than she cared about gold. That's why she taught me about things like books and tombs and history. But she's dead too, so... But I'm not. Still alive. Free. Not in that accursed desert anymore.
Are you lonely?
No. I've got nothing to be lonely for. Had the love of my life. Had the pleasure of being a father, but that's gone now. So, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my days. I'm going to have as much gold as I want, and I'm going to enjoy what I've not had for 28 years. Freedom.
If you ever have a need for kinship, there is a village
Mm-hmm.
full of tieflings that were freed.
That's nice. Where is it?
We didn't consult this part yet.
Okay.
But yeah,
Tiefling land.
tiefling land
Maybe.
in the north.
Maybe. Seeing tieflings, like, it's never easy. Nah. It's always painful memories. Seeing others. Reminds you of... Well, there's reasons why it's especially painful for me, not just because of loss. Let's just say, I don't think very highly of Dragonborn. I don't think particularly highly of my own people either, but that's a different story. Are we still debating how we're splitting this treasure up? Because I really want my share. How much you took all the scrolls and potions. He looks over at them, sees it empty, he's like, look, you wouldn't have known about this vault if it wasn't for me. I want to make sure that I can enjoy my days. I'll happily take the rest of the gold, and then you can keep whatever's left. That seems fair. I don't really have a use for magical scrolls or belts or swords, but gold I can use.
Let him take the gold. We can get more from Korak.
Fair.
Excellent.
He still owes us outfits.
He gets a tiny pouch off of his belt. He's like, do you know the best thing about the Broken Sky? They're idiots. And he pulls out from it a massive bag, and then he just scoops all of the gold in it. He's like,
Where's it go?
Where did you get that? Can I have one?
no, this is mine. It's
Have
one of
you
the
got
first
another
things Anna gave me.
We'll trade that for one of the magical items.
No.
Oh, come
We
on.
made our deal. You keep everything
we
else.
Listen to your sob story and
I get the
everything.
gold.
Fine.
You got 250 of it anyway. I saw it put you in. In fact, you should give that to me.
It's starting to itch.
Give it to me.
All right.
Put it on the floor.
I start emptying my trousers.
Can I have a look at this?
Scoops it all up.
Is there like just some like random stuff?
And then
as well,
eventually
like,
he's like
Yeah.
pocket lint
like,
and like a
yeah.
paper clip.
Bones.
Like, this is 2 gold short.
Do you really want these?
Yep,
All right.
I can clean gold. Thank you.
How did you count all of it?
Look, you. Just taps his head.
All right. Well, I got scrolls, guys, and potions.
Some of us are really stealthy, and he winks at you. Some of us are good at counting gold.
Can we take?
I'm gonna
the
do you
other
another favour.
items?
That Sphinx out front, she can probably tell you what all of those things do.
Ah, I knew that. Just about to go ask her. That's why. Yep.
Right.
Can
I
we
would
take
like
this?
to return to talk to them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go back and support.
Are you taking the items?
Yes.
No.
Well,
Wait.
No, I would
No.
leave them just
Okay.
in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Come on, wait, no.
No, yeah.
I need to know what you guys are doing.
If
She might
he's
shut the
vault my
vault.
clothes.
well, hang on. Shall I just go back on my own? Cassandra's out there. I
Yeah,
can ask the
yeah,
Sphinx.
yeah.
I'll just come right back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Okay. No. Yes.
I need to know.
is he still in the vault?
Saito is, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just looking pretty. He's looking pretty happy with himself.
Go.
He pulls out another one of his cigarettes.
If we die, it's on you. Bye.
Okay, they'll kill you one day. Right, I'm gonna go out and talk to the Sphinx.
Okay.
Oh, Guardian.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh. The 3 magical items in there
Yes.
deposited by the prince. Was it?
Yes.
Do you know anything about their properties?
I can analyze them if you bring them to me.
Okay.
There is magic I can perform that will impart their knowledge.
Cool. Thank you. I'm gonna go back in. Tell them
Okay.
that.
So they're not trapped.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the Sphinx. Sphinx. Sorry.
You did not sense any traps when you did your
Yeah,
fine
we
traps.
did a spell.
Yeah, we've
I'm gonna
been
go back
through
into the
this.
room then.
We've been
No,
through
I-
this.
He like goes. He's like, no, it's fine.
No,
comes
no
back
traps. If we just bring them to her, she'll tell us.
Okay.
I'm
Take the
gonna
marble.
Take scale
Take
breaker.
marble. Take scale breaker.
Take the belt.
You take the belt. Okay.
And I'm gonna walk away with nothing.
Good.
There's 2 potions that have me. Oh no, you took
No,
all
you
the
took
scrolls
them
and potions. Yeah, you're kind of like got all the potions on like scrolls under one arm, like bundled up.
I'm going to throw him all the scrolls.
You get 5 scrolls.
I'm carrying them.
Okay.
And I put the marble in my mouth.
Okay.
For God's sake.
It's quite big. It's like
It's like a gobstopper.
yeah, it's massive.
Man, wearing Godstoppers were a thing.
You don't have the scrolls anymore. You can hold it.
I don't think that matters.
He just
Saito
tossed
just
him the scrolls
shakes his
and
head.
then went out.
You guys head up. Cassandra's just like, is that everything? Are we all done?
Is that everything? Can I do a sweep around and make sure there's no like?
There's nothing left.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
You swept it clean.
The Androsphinx, the Gyno Sphinx, sorry, looks down. Is like, very well. Present the items you wish me to identify for you.
Put the belt down.
The belt. Her eyes go wide, seem to glow with power. She reaches out with a paw. This is Ivoscald. This belt was once worn by a mighty frost giant shield maiden named Skalda. Imbued with her strength, it was taken by a rival Jarl who killed Skalda dishonorably. The Jarl was later killed by dwarves who gave the belt to their mightiest of their female warriors. It is a belt of frost giant strength.
Oh shit.
The wearer has a strength score of 23.
Okay.
Yep.
But it's... Okay. Cool.
The other thing she tells you,
Wearer has a strength of 23.
she doesn't tell you this in exact terms, but tells you it roundabout. When wearing this belt, the wearer feels invigorated when fighting alongside a female ally. You don't need to write all this down. I will write this up as a proper card. The main thing is the strength of 23. This stuff I'll write up. When within 5 feet of a female ally, they cannot be the wearer cannot be frightened. 24 hours after attuning to the belt, the wearer's hair grows longer, their figure becomes more feminine and full, and they grow taller.
I think I should wear it.
Elora should totally wear it. She'd have the longest hair ever. Joking.
Next.
Juto should have it.
Hi.
String.
She like smirks. Bah! Casts identify again. This is an ion stone. It will grant its
Like you
wearer.
put your eye on it? Or
Looks like marble to me.
Once you are attuned to it, it will circle your head. It will float above you,
what?
and it conveys greater wisdom.
This thing's
whoever
going to
shall
float
wear
above
it.
my head. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
It provides the wearer +2 wisdom, and it basically floats around your head.
I don't need this.
You do need
You
it.
do.
I don't need this.
You're dumb.
I'm
What
already
do-
wise.
You're dumb.
Okay.
Wisdom and intelligence are different things.
Yeah. Wisdom is.
You have to
He's
attune to
actually
it.
got good wisdom.
You
He's
also
got the same
maxed
wisdom
out
as me.
Okay.
3 items.
I'm trying to balance it on my head.
Wisdom does affect your DCs, by the way, and your spells.
Yeah.
So in fact, actually, all 3 of you
Yeah.
can use it. That's it. There's no fancy story with this one.
I
It is
hold
an ion stone.
forward Scale Breaker.
Scale Breaker. This short sword was created by Dwarven wizards to aid legendary assassin Jaxis Grim to kill the red dragon Scorchfang. It had taken over one of the Dwarven keeps, and so Jaxis was sent to slay the beast while it slept. The blade is black and will not reflect light, and also hides the wielder, from the dragon's true sight. This is a dragon-slaying short sword. It is a +1 weapon. Also, when it hits a dragon, it deals an additional 3d6 damage. Also, when wielding this blade, providing the bearer is not invisible, the dragon gains no benefits from its true sight ability when trying to locate the bearer. The dragon can still make perception checks as normal, however the bearer also has advantage on stealth checks to hide from dragons. These scrolls, I will now list for you.
Yeah, and I was going to read those while they were.
Yep. You have a scroll of Wall of Force,
Nice.
Misty Step.
Nice.
Is nobody writing this down? Because you're going to forget.
Oh, I thought.
Well, I've got a list of all of the scrolls that we have thus far, so
Okay.
let me add it to my list instead.
Wall of Force,
Wait, where's my
Misty
list?
Step. Juto's writing it down as well.
Oh.
Wall of Force.
You can
Misty
transfer
Step.
this later. Dimension Door,
Oh.
Fireball, 5th level,
Whoa.
and Dispel Magic.
Nice.
And then the potions, one is a potion of invisibility, and one is a potion of acid resistance. Big treasure hoard,
What was the Fireball and then
5th level,
Dispel?
and Dispel Magic.
Dispel Magic and also Misty Step.
Got that one.
So what of these? Well, the Broken Sky.
And
looking
then
I don't know.
Was
Wait,
she
I
looking
missed
for a manual?
Saito's like, oh yeah, no.
she's
Tanya
looking
didn't
for
want.
a manual to create golems.
Yeah, she wanted the manual to create
And
golems.
that wasn't in the vault.
No.
No. Invisibility and acid resistance.
They just wanted extra treasure.
Who?
Broken Sky. In
No,
this vault.
they specifically came for this manual.
And
They
got
didn't
it.
know about the vault. I
Oh.
kept it hidden.
Oh, I see.
I didn't tell them. That's why they were beating me up. They were trying to get me to reveal what I knew extra about this place.
I see. Cool.
See, aren't you glad you partnered up with me now?
Nope.
Would love your bag still.
No, it's my bag.
Whoops.
Come on. I've not been that bad a guy. Got treasure. We've all benefited from this. I think you've got a better deal than I have. But
True.
I can use gold. I can't.
Juto.
Cool belt would be nice.
This would really suit you. This would be so nice floating above your head. For me, it just doesn't go with the bandana, you know?
Are you
Got the clash.
certain?
Yeah, I've already put it in my mouth. I'll clean it.
Clean it on your sleeve.
It would help you with your dex, right? What does it
Thank
do
you.
with her
It's
dex?
+2 wisdom.
Plus
It will
two
help
wisdom,
her
right,
like key powers and stuff. It also increases her armor class.
Woohoo! Ooh,
Nice
that's
blade there, Juto.
So
Very
plus.
nice.
Okay.
Blade. We got there.
He does get sneak attack now. It might be useful for
I'll
him.
give you
I kind of like the
one of my
spell,
other
though.
magical items.
What, like Nimbus?
No, that's not magical. That's bonded to me in a way you can't imagine. You can have. You can turn into a raven. With
Look at
this
me.
raven cloak.
I'm just looking at
Kim was
my-
looking at me. I'm like, do what you want.
Or you can have my chest plate of chest platiness.
You're just too heavy.
But
She
the
can't wear
cloak's pretty cool. Instead of DOS loot and everything, you could raven everything.
I can fly and levitate with a DOS loot.
True.
You could be a raven too. Have you ever been a bird before? It's quite freeing.
I like how Reynard's just in the middle, like, nothing for Reynard.
No, it's cool.
I'm just gonna.
You got
I'm just
loads
gonna
of
walk-
scrolls, buddy.
I'm gonna walk off.
Yeah, you're happy? You got your dragon sail sword.
She got 2 things then.
She has got 2 things. Currently, in her possession, you have the belt.
I like the belt.
Okay.
I'm gonna be Rapunzel.
Okay.
We're the ones with the weak strength.
Mm-hmm.
Elora form, I'm really weak in strength. So
Same.
I got -1.
yeah, so
I
do
got
I.
0.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm alright. A little bit better.
Maybe I'll give it to Cam. Not today though.
Okay. So once you emerge, the Gyno Sphinx bows her head. Now that has been completed, I will leave this place. Farewell.
I'll bow
And then
to
she
her.
just shrinks into a
Oh,
single
man.
point and vanishes.
As she was
Really?
doing that, I was gonna bounce.
It's like,
That's
she's gone.
weird, isn't it? She's probably still here with all the time stuff.
Yeah, Cassandra's just like, something about her I didn't like.
Is the halfling still knocked out?
She woke up, but I knocked her out again.
Oh, that's
That can't be good for her. It's not
Better
good.
than a sword through the chest.
True. Alright.
We could probably leave her here now, because it's far enough away. We could
She
probably
won't even know
seal-
the way back.
Yeah, exactly.
She'll
doesn't
she'll
know where
spend a
she
while
is.
getting her back.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Teach her a lesson.
Put her in the vault.
She'll
Will
die.
she be locked there?
Well, no, we won't close the door. It's empty now, right?
True.
Just
And
don't
not
close
guarded.
the door. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, put her in the vault.
Cassandra carries her down, puts her down.
cool.
Like the sound effect for putting her down.
That's her noise.
And she and so it's like, well, this was fun. I don't really want to deal with that fire giant woman again.
Wait.
What do you mean?
Don't say bye here, because it's awkward, because we all have to go out the same way.
Oh, you're right. I hate that. Don't you hate that?
Yeah, and then you'd
Right.
have to go... bit
Well, let's
ahead
head
of
back
us.
to where you found me,
Yeah.
and then I'll head out through that wherever you came from. I'll head out that way.
Where was the other way?
Huh?
There's
Through the
another
main
way.
entrance.
Can you guide us to the other part of the complex?
I mean, that's going to charge you. That's going
Reynard
to
will
cost
give
you.
you a scroll.
Okay. I get to pick the scroll. I will pick the scroll at random.
How about 2 scrolls of my choosing?
What?
Yes.
No.
That's a terrible deal.
Freaking
Deal.
No.
Done.
No deal. There's no
We have
deal
not shaken
here.
on it,
Yeah, apparently I'm not going to make that deal.
and he does not speak for us.
I mean,
Don't let it get
Don't
you.
do it.
look, do we need all these
Yes, we
scrolls?
do.
Some of these are things we can already do.
You
Sorry,
are an
I
idiot.
thought you just seemed such a tall man. I didn't realise how under the thumb you were.
Very tall. Look, okay,
This idiot does not speak for us.
This idiot's going to get himself into a really bad deal if he carries on the way he does.
Oh, you revealed your hand.
Eh.
well, based on that.
To be honest, I wasn't going to win between these two telling him no, was I?
You never do. I've tried.
Because you're so whipped.
What was that? Neither of them have a whip. You're so dumb.
Actually, she does.
Oh wait, Shuto has a whip.
Cassandra, I might need your help.
Water whip.
Why?
Could you just put a sword to his throat, just make him tell us the way?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Of all the people to ask, Reynard.
Fine, I'll just hold my crossbow up at him.
Do you
It's
know?
like, oh, you want to be careful where you point that thing. You could hurt someone.
I could hurt you if you don't just tell us the way.
I am going to stand in front of Reynard in between him and...
Thank you.
I mean, we need to find a way.
Saito. Shut up!
A scroll
Look.
at random.
Scroll at random. I'll show
How
you the way.
about? Do we need to know?
Saito,
Yes.
please. Show us the way.
Or give me a persuasion with advantage. With advantage.
Eking out the sad story.
Yeah, well, it's also like, oh, look, I'm a little innocent tiefling child. Ooh.
16.
It's like, ugh. Fine. I wouldn't mind a scroll afterwards, is what I'm saying. Come on then. And he leads you back. He takes you back to where you first met him, just outside the door, and then he starts heading down the left entrance. As he makes his way down there, it twists and turns a little bit. Oh, God, I've got to find all my notes now. Right, so he leads you down. And following the corridor from the Magus' room, you find an impressive entrance hall of large stone columns and a stone desk. Most of the room has been caved in, but a hastily built scaffolding and a path have been cleared in 2 directions. The one that you came from, and then another one leading deeper into the complex. He points in that direction, and he's like, that way. And then he points to a larger entrance, which also leads out from this room. Nice try. That there's nothing there.
I know.
Just want to cover it up. He leads you out, and there is a larger entrance from the kind of caved-in room. He points to that, and he says, that leads to the surface. That's where they all came from. That's where I came from when they brought me
You
down.
said they're in the other half of the complex right now. And they're on the surface of this complex?
No. He points to the surface entrance. That leads up to the surface, and he points out to the other kind of scaffolded path that leads different to the one you came in. That's where they are.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm going to head up there.
On the surface?
Yes. I have no interest in dealing with that fire giant woman ever again. I am done with the Broken Sky. I have no interest in working with them. I have more than enough coin to go and enjoy my years as I see fit.
Well, I think we're happy to let him go, right?
Can I roll an insight on that?
Insight.
Yeah, you can insight, yeah.
We learned our lesson. Oh, well, you got a natural 20, so, you know.
You get the sense that there's actually a part of him where he's kind of saying all this stuff, but he keeps looking at Juto, and you kind of get the sense that it wouldn't take much to encourage him to stick around.
Interesting.
It's like, well, I suppose I'll probably rest for a bit. Side's still hurting. You didn't quite heal me. I'll rest for a bit and then I'll head off. And he gets out another one of his little cigarellos.
How many of those do you have?
4 left. Blows smoke all in your face and it turns into like little dancing ladies.
I'm quite happy for him to leave. He keeps blowing smoke in my face.
Bye.
All right then, bye.
You're just going to leave?
He just sits down. He sits down on the floor. He's like, oh, ribs hurting a bit. I'm going to stick around for a bit, just rest. Then I head off. I head off in like an hour.
I'm suspicious. Why is he staying?
My ribs hurt.
You're waiting.
Did you see that half orc? He nearly broke my hand.
If the Broken Sky come here, they're going to question you, and then they're going
I'm
to.
good at hiding. I learned from the best.
It doesn't fly anymore.
Master Saito,
Don't call me master, please. But yes, Saito's fine. Carry on.
do you wish to join us?
Really? Look at me. Beaten up, terrible condition. You're going to go fight some fire giant. I don't want any part of that.
I have potions.
Well, I mean, if I was feeling better, I might help you at least get to the fire giant. There's probably still a few traps and a few things around. I might be able to help you.
It has been a while since I have shared a tiefling's company.
Oh, trust me, you're not missing much. But if you want to give me the potion, that's fine, I guess.
I don't like it.
I don't
I don't
think we
like
need this guy.
No.
He can determine traps.
He is a trap.
I can only do that one more time.
That's ridiculous. A person can't be a trap. They can spring a trap, but they can't be a
That's
trap.
what I meant.
I trust him.
I mean, I don't want to go. I'll only go because... And he kind of is like, the little one wants me to.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, you can.
To see if he's just wanting to genuinely spend time with her. What's my insight?
Wow, that was a 13. Rolled over to a 1.
You get the sense that, yeah, he's like, well, I suppose.
26.
There's definitely an element of, I think you get the sense that he's maybe feeling a bit protective, kind of given what you heard of the story, and given Juto's outward appearance and age. Yeah, you get the sense that there's a bit of protectiveness there.
Yeah,
He hasn't seen her
appreciate
fight
that.
yet as well, so he doesn't know that she can very much look after herself.
I'm gonna step right up to him. And glare. Don't you dare.
And as he puts it up into the sky, it kind of forms like mountains.
You're gonna help us?
I will help you get to wherever this fire giant woman is, and then I'm staying out of it.
None of this running away, calling
Are
the
you
bro-
going to run away?
No.
How can I trust you,
You don't have to.
Mr. Master of Stealth?
I'm
We
clearly
did just
whipped.
give you a lot of the treasure in that vault. when
Even
you
more
were-
reason I shouldn't risk it. But I will come, I will help you get to where you need to be, and then I will stay out of things.
You were outnumbered and we didn't threaten you there, and
Yeah.
we don't intend to.
I don't see what the problem is. I'm saying I will come and help you get to where you want to go.
And you have no interest in revenge against the Broken Sky.
God, no, revenge is for fools. Revenge is foolish. What are you going to accomplish?
Well, if Juto wants you to stay, then I grab his face and healing word him.
Smoke just... Okay, how much are you healing word?
Level 1.
Whoa!
I know.
D4 plus whiz.
5.
He's like, really? That's it?
Yeah.
Great. Onwards and upwards, I suppose. Does anybody have a weapon?
Do you not have any weapons?
They took it.
What do you usually fight with?
Oh, rapier.
Are we near
Do I actually
the
know if we
half
do have
orc? And
Knife. Sword.
I-
That really nice
Yeah,
sword
no,
would
I
be
actually have a
great.
short sword.
That'll
Do
do.
you?
I've had it
Oh
since
yeah,
the
you picked
beginning.
it up from
Like,
It's just rusting now.
Yeah,
That'll
There
do.
you go.
I give him my short sword.
Yeah, not bad. That'll do. Tucks it into his belt.
cool. Great.
Great.
Grand.
Nice.
Let's go.
How are we doing on time? I just want to check.
47.
Quarter of an hour.
Are we
Okay.
gonna get Granka back, or
Oh yeah.
She's just chilling. She's like sat in the room. She's like actually lounging on the bed, just like, what?
How about some revenge on the people who
We just
enslaved
did like
you?
a half an hour walk back.
Yeah.
We're not going back there.
She's like had a bit of a nap. Oh no, she's not far from where the Magus' room. So you go and find her. She's just like, are you finished treasure hunting? Okay, now we can go get revenge for my men. Great.
yes.
Oh, we've also got this tiefling now.
Who is he?
called-
Is he Broken Sky?
No.
He's
He
a
was-
contractor for them. But
Oh, she
he
like
is
looks at him.
Not.
He's like, ex-contractor, please. They did try and kill me.
He very much lives for himself.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
not
in it
surprising.
for the money.
He's a thief.
But now he's got the money.
She's like, that's fine. If he does anything, I'm gonna break his neck.
Alright, that's your job.
Yep.
Cool.
Cassandra like rolls her eyes, but Grunker's like, look, don't look at me, Paladin. I haven't sworn any oaths. He stabs us in the back. He's as good as bread, and by that I mean dead.
Bread is dead. It never was alive.
Wow.
I understand.
Saito's like, yeah, technically it is alive. It's a yeast-based
Yeah.
product. It's strange
Yeast?
people. Yeah.
What's a yeast?
Shut up, you idiot.
Are you
And
sure you don't need this wisdom orb?
It doesn't float
Wisdom
on my
and
head.
intelligence are two different
I
things.
Okay.
tried putting it on my
He's
head.
intelligent.
it takes, by the
It's
way,
not.
I should point out, you have to spend a
Sick.
short rest to attune to your items if you want to take a short rest.
I would like to take a short rest.
Sure. Well, if we're doing it anyway, then.
Okay, short rest. Who is attuning to what?
Belt.
Are you taking it? You're taking it attuned to the belt, and you're attuning to
The orb.
the orb. Okay.
I'll
His little
attune
face.
to nothing in the corner.
I'll have a little rest.
I will give the short sword to Cam Buckland.
Oh, what's this, Juto?
A little gift.
That's very
I,
kind.
I literally, like, yeah, as he sits down, I just walk over and stare at him and then hold out the short sword.
Okay.
Thanks, Juto. I'll treasure it forever.
So,
This is in return for the dagger you sacrificed
Oh, Duracell.
when you resurrected me.
Oh, thank you. That
yeah,
means a
not
lot.
Duracell.
Oh.
Not
Thank
Duracell.
you, Juto.
So, you spend about an hour. The three of you, Reynard, Cassandra, Grunker, and Saito, just kind of stand around awkwardly, maybe break out some food, while the three of you meditate on these items.
I've got to get rid of one.
You do have to get rid of one. What would you
What are you
like
gonna
to
get
get
rid
rid
of?
of?
The chest plate.
Okay.
What does
What's
that
the three? I've got the cape, the chest plate,
do?
and Nimbus.
What's the chest plate do?
It gives me
It's
extra
plus one armor. Yeah, it's plus one armor, and it gives him bonuses to initiative and stuff as well.
Yeah. So I'll lose that.
Okay. So you're going to lose that.
Is that the bottom spot
Minus-
one?
Keep
Yep.
it though.
So you lose 1 point of armor class and the initiative bonus.
Is it heavy
So-
armor?
It is medium armor, I believe, with Cam Buckland. It is a
was just a
breastplate,
half-
I think.
half.
Yeah, half
It
plate,
was
or
half.
breastplate, I think. The three of you are tuned to items. We'll start with Juto. As you begin to focus on this orb, you feel very serene. There is almost like a quality of the ocean to it. You imagine yourself just drifting on a boat very peacefully at calm. The weather is fair, the breeze is nice, and with it there comes a clarity. When you, after the short rest, you have an acute kind of awareness of some of the mistakes you've made and some of the things where you could have righted them. You don't have a sense of regret, you don't feel sorry for yourself, but kind of an awakened, you feel like you've grown as a person, you've learned from your past mistakes, and that wisdom will benefit you in the coming moments, basically. You kind of have this kind of rationalization as you awake. The two of you, slightly more in depth. Elora, when you meditate on this belt, you find yourself almost transported, almost pulled out of your body. You stand in the frigid cold, but you don't feel it. It feels invigorating. You feel ready for battle, and in fact, battle is exactly where you are. You stand amidst other female frost giants, each bearing a large shield, probably as tall as a barn door, each bearing a spear in one hand, and you fight against dragons. These dragons rain down from the sky, carrying their dragonborn alongside them, and you defend some sort of settlement or valley valiantly. Your strength is so great that as one white worm barrels down to pick you up, you grip its arms and you pull and you drive it into the ground itself, where your sisters impale it with spears. When you next awaken, you actually find it more difficult to be around the men for a short time, and you find much better company in the company of females. You also feel incredibly brave in combat. Battle has no fear to you. You feel like you can beat any opponent. Cam Buckland, when you meditate on this item, you are not yourself. You are a slim dwarf, muscular but still lithe, short of beard, hair tied back, and you feel your heart pounding as you creep across piles of gold and gemstones and treasure, as you watch as the writhing tail of a red worm moves, its chest heaving in sleep. You pull the blade from your scabbard, you stare up at it as you creep your way towards it. Its nostril flares, and for a moment you think its eye will open, so you dart behind a large stone chest, and then you wait. You emerge again, creeping up, watching as gold occasionally slips under your feet. And as you reach right to where you think the heart is, you plunge the blade in as deep as you can. A fiery roar erupts, engulfing you in flame, and then you awaken as yourself. After you attune with this item, you actually feel the best approach is the stealthiest approach. To be cunning and careful is greater than to charge into battle. Also, you have an intense hatred for dragons.
Oh.
You're not sure if these effects are going to be permanent, but definitely for the next
Dragonborn?
24 hours. No, only pure dragons.
Okay.
The Dragon Slayer blade will also not work against Dragonborn, as an FYI. And yeah, you're not sure how long those effects are going to last, but they're at least there as a role-playing thing.
And what's the name of my blade?
Scale Breaker.
Nice.
And your belt is called Ivorskalda, and you have the Ion Stone of Wisdom.
Is there any different stats?
It is a +1 short sword, so you gain a +1 to attack bonus. It is a finesse weapon, so you may use dexterity with it as well.
What do I get again?
+2 wisdom, so your
And is
wisdom
that-
increases by 2,
is that-
which means that it will increase the modifier by 1. So a bunch of stuff's going to change for you.
Is that
Any-
permanent?
It is as long as
Unless I
the
have
item is
it.
attuned, yes.
Okay. Should we do this afterwards?
We'll do that afterwards. The main thing, because I don't think we're going to get into combat,
We've only
but
got
if it
5
does,
minutes
just remember
left.
you've got an extra +1 AC and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you will awaken. You now have a strength of 23. That is a +6 modifier.
Oh my
I
god.
went from -1.
And you feel it, like, there is a strength in you did not know you had.
14 higher.
That's nuts.
Yep.
It's cool. It's just a little bit.
Random
bigger.
loot table.
That's my strength added to you.
Yay!
You're an
You are
extra rain off.
probably, you're actually stronger than Korak while you wear that belt. And he's big dude. Yeah.
And
so
I
there
am
you go.
very small.
After your short rest, I'm assuming you're going to continue into this.
I'm going to tell everybody about my dream.
Okay.
So I was there, stealthing really well. So.
Yeah.
And there it was, a big dragon. Biggest dragon you've probably never seen.
I've seen pretty big.
And I stabbed it easily because I was so stealthy. Even on a pile of gold, it wouldn't even spot me.
Did that
Cassandra looks at you quite worried. You're like, you should be careful. Dreams and visions of that nature, they can be disconcerting. I don't want it to change you.
What?
There's something I think it's these items. I had a bit of a dream too. So
Probably not as good.
I'm going to move away from Cam because he's
Game.
annoying me.
I had some bread.
Yeah. Cassandra's just like,
I'm going to stand next to Cass.
okay. So like, just acts normal. Right, we will leave things there then, with you attuned to all your brand new items.
Magical items.
Yep. And that's it for this week. We're going to read some donations now.
But
Hope you
we are
enjoyed this game.
also going to
Reveal
the thing.
the new
Do you wanna-
thing.
Do you want to introduce it? Because it's your character.
Yes.
I will tweet it out when we get home. I'll tweet it out.
And for those of you who missed it, by the way, this is for the upcoming project we're doing with Wizard of the Coast. You will learn more information on June 2nd and 3rd, twitch.tv/D&D, on the stream of Annihilation.
you can find out a bit more if
On
you
the
go to our pinned tweet. There is a link to the website where you can find out a bit more about it as well.
Yeah. So go on then.
Go.
Everybody, please meet the best member of this upcoming group.
HighRollers, Uncharted Territory.
HighRollers Uncharted Territory. 6 frisky flames.
Go, Steve, go.
There he is.
There he is.
I'm not going to reveal anything else.
He's we
already
can say
on
he's a
the website.
tabaxi.
He's a
'cause that's
tabaxi.
pretty clear. He is
I'm a cat person, and I got lots of jewels, and one of my eyes.
Honestly, all the emails we had about our characters, every single one of Trot's was just cat person,
Cat
in
person.
all caps. Cat person.
Ruby eye.
No, it was, what was it? Cat-like robes with a cat-like face and cat-like jewelry. Catman.
All in caps.
Yep.
All in cats.
Khajiit has coin if you have wings.
So I'll
That
upload
is
that to Twitter.
6
but
frisky flames. There
So
you go.
yeah.
check out,
nice,
you can check out our Twitter. There is a link to the Wizards page as our pinned tweet at the moment, and all of the other art. So all of the art for Kim's character, my character, and Matt's character are also on our Twitter page. So check it out.
Yes.
At
please-
HighRollers D&D.
Please go follow us on Twitters, because we'll keep you updated on this
So what
stream of
does,
Annihilation too.
What does a Catman do?
What
We'll
does,
find out.
what does a
June
Catman
2nd and
do?
3rd.
June 2nd and 3rd
We do it
on Twitch.
himself.
Find
For all
out.
the big reveals.
Steve,
All right.
can you get some paper? I just spilled
We spill a drink.
Spill a drink.
Yeah.
And we'll read these out. Thanks, Steve.
You've stained this note.
So now the
Doesn't
table
matter.
has
makes it
Coca-Cola
authentic.
stains
Yeah. So,
Ancient
do you want to win
stains.
this table? It now has
It
Coke
now has
stains
Coke.
on it.
on it.
And you know how to do that.
All right, let's get through
Let's read
these
some
donations.
donations.
Thank you very much to all of the following. Z donated 10, saying, eating pizza, watching other people play D&D whilst working on my homebrew. Could I be any worse? Love y'all. P.S. Mark, I sent you a sweater over Christmas. Did that ever arrive?
A sweater?
Sweater?
It may have done if this was the incredibly ugly multicolored dice nylon stretch sweater. I think
Oh,
it
I
did.
saw that one.
Yeah. I kind of put that in a box, and I haven't really thought about it since because
Why not?
it looked the most uncomfortable thing to wear in the world.
Well, thank you.
It was
for
like,
that.
no, thank you very much, but it was like nylon, like stretchy vinyl suit. And yeah,
Well, he got it.
but thank you.
Thank you, Jack Pump King, for donating with no message, and the same to Vanguard Badger for donating. Yin Yanger. Hey, HighRollers, are you excited about NCM as I am?
Yeah.
Pretty excited.
I'm excited to go to a convention and not work.
Yeah. Well, we'll be doing a session though.
Oh yeah,
And
but that's
signing.
not work.
Nah, that's fine.
That's fun.
Hope I'll be wide awake for the D&D session on Sunday. By the way, Kim, would you like me to bring some jerky like last time?
Holy God, yes.
I
The
think
answer
that's
is
a
always yes. to
Jerk.
that.
Or some white cheese popcorn.
Yeah,
Either
it's like
of
your
the
new
two.
obsession, isn't it? White cheese.
Oh
popcorn.
no, that's an old obsession.
Oh, okay.
It
Gross.
goes years back. Nightjar donated saying, can't wait for MCM. Was going to save money and come down on the Sunday, but the fear of being stuck on the megabus somewhere along the M4 while HighRollers live happened was just too strong. Travelodge for days equals noodles for months. Worth it though.
Oh.
Thank you for making that sacrifice.
Why
Thank
is,
you.
Why is it a sacrifice? What's wrong?
Well, like
Noodles are
instant
great.
noodles.
What is noodles?
Noodles are
I
great.
see. Damn Stacy Up at 2 a.m.
Damn.
getting used to it. Not sure if that's a good thing, but I don't care. I lost my pants and I'm cold, but it's worth it for this stream. I love HighRollers so much. I guess socks will do for now. Love you all.
Pants,
Pants
Find
is
your
in like
pants.
American trousers, not like underwear, I'm guessing. If they woke up at 2 a.m.
But both.
Yeah.
Where have they gone?
Find your
No?
pants.
Have you never lost your pants?
No.
No, neither have I.
I'll do a couple. Holy fucking shit. All right, okay. Honky Conky donated saying, "Hi Mark, I recently commissioned an art piece from Boa Illustration to go with the gavel.
Oh, nice.
And here it is. Hope you like it."
Oh my
And
goodness.
There's a link. I will show you it because they've already sent me a link.
Show it to me.
Well,
Wait,
That sounds
shit.
amazing.
I've
Okay.
got a link. I'll just do it on my Twitter actually.
This is a $200 donation
Holy
Whoa!
shit!
from Ian BTV saying
Oh my
the following.
god, Ian.
Ian.
Ian!
Ian.
Seattle, eh? Appropriate. Even more rainy, dismal weather than England.
Yep.
Anyhow, some funds towards your coffee conversion training, because tea just won't fly there. Joke, Kim. By the way, don't forget to hide the silver. Ian is on UK soil in 5 days. Cheers. Well, we shall see you soon. At MCM, I assume?
See you at MCM.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And
Yeah,
the last one,
Boa.
I'm going to read
Oh
it.
my
Is it
god.
good?
Yeah, it's amazing.
super good. Holy moly.
Good
Thank
job,
you,
Boa.
Honky Conky.
It's like
And
all
Boa.
of like my crazy NPCs and then
Yeah,
me
it's
with the
great.
gavel. Oh my
Holy
god, that's amazing.
think
I
Mark
want that
likes
on
that.
everything
That
now.
was really good.
She's so good.
April Fools donated saying, "First time watching live after binge watching the shit out of the VODs over the last 3 weeks. Been absolutely loving it and everyone involved, so cheers for the hours and hours of entertainment and just being awesome guys. Thank you very much."
It's Captain Bumhook.
I know it's Captain Bumhook.
He's the
I
best.
think Mark is enraptured.
Mark's gone.
He's gone.
Biker Clo donated saying, I just managed to catch up before the stream started. I haven't watched live since December and I've been catching up for about a month or two to listen to while revising for AS exams. The first of which is tomorrow.
Good
I
luck.
found Cam Moments makes great short breaks.
He's so
Good
pleased.
luck in your exams.
Good luck in your exams. Good luck.
Roll high.
Oruk Smithy donated, 2 days to the year Gorok has hunted you, tiny folk. Finally, Gorok has caught up with his prey. Gorok shall say only this for now. It is amusing that you all seem excited to see awkward dog boner.
Okay, interesting.
What's written on the
The
tongue?
greater evil.
Xantori, fix it and you can see it. Xantori, question for Mark.
Holy
Would you
shit.
ever consider releasing...
Oh,
there you
wow.
go.
Thanks.
It's there.
It looks amazing.
It's amazing. It's really great.
All of Mark.
Thank
so
you very
good.
much. Xantori has a question for Mark.
my
Would you ever
God.
consider releasing some of your old notes for this campaign? It would really help an aspiring
I've thought
DM.
about it. I've thought about it. Somebody asked about this on Tabletop Weekly as well, and Dear DM and Dear Dungeon Master. I think actually this session would be pretty good after we complete it because I've written it in a more structured manner.
You always change it a bit, how you
Yeah,
write it, don't you?
I always it's always changed slightly, but I generally, I think I will at some point, but not right now.
Yeah. That's if you want to see it. Ola Renv has donated. Thank you very much. No message though, but thank you. Shadowhand has donated saying, have to catch some sleep, but I figured I'd donate since I'm still awake. I'll have to enjoy this when it goes up on Yogs Live. Take my money and support and keep up the great work.
Thank
well,
you very
enjoy
much.
it on Yogs Live. The Monkey Says Hi donated. Can't be watching today as I'm catching up, but have been watching Critical Role as well, and I'm as much in love with them as I am with you guys.
They
Super
are
good.
They're
awesome.
great. They're
Yep.
great.
Also, if you haven't watched it yet, I'm going to suggest watching The C Team. I've really been enjoying that a lot lately. Very crazy, but
C
very
Team?
funny. Yep, by Penny Arcade.
Okay.
So it's part of
Cool.
Acquisitions
Hang on.
Incorporated, but it's really
Check
good.
it out.
Still have the map familiar, by the way, the first one you read out.
The map.
I use obviously your face.
On
somewhere,
there, somewhere.
but the,
I had actually had a image of what it looks like. Just like,
Kim's one shots in the Home Alone house inspired me to do a haunted house one shot. P.S. Join Quidditch.
It does.
It does.
That's weird.
you know, that's
No.
is it faster?
Oh, okay. No, not familiar.
Oh, I did it the wrong way around. Shit.
Right, just
Yeah, just stop it.
That's really good.
Metamanu has donated a vault, traps, puzzles, a good old-fashioned dungeon. Oh, we didn't have one in a long time. I'm not sure what the last one was. Keep it up, ladies and gents. Always a pleasure to watch your adventures every
Rel's
week.
Mask
Trell's
would have been the
Mask.
last old
True.
school
Can I go
dungeon.
for some?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was about Jew. Bit of
Yeah, it
trouble,
was. It's
bit
been a
of
while.
puzzles and trappies.
Were you irritated that I guessed your riddle straight away?
No, absolutely not. Good job.
It was great.
Mimostigen, or
I was like, because I
Mimostigen.
had no idea.
Can I get a shout out from my fantastic friend Andy, who has been watching you all from the start?
Shout.
Good
Hey,
job, Andy.
Introduced me to HighRollers and has done his best to help me despite all my problems. Smiley face.
Sounds
Smiley
like a
face.
solid bro.
Good guy, Andy.
GG, Andy. Nugan
Read.
donated.
Keep reading.
Just got back to my hotel after PDXCon, saw some Yogscast members there yesterday. Due to basically only having Kim as a reference point in, I thought Duncan would be as tall as a building. Turns out he's about average. Apparently Kim
pretty
is
tall.
pretty
Next.
damn short.
I wouldn't say he's average. I'd say Duncan's still tall.
He's 6 foot something, isn't
He
he?
is,
He's
not
quite
compared
tall.
to a Swedish.
Yeah, it's true. To
Mostly,
Swedes.
a
Viking.
lot of people here are very tall. It's insane.
Yeah, thank you.
Not
Ace
you.
of Thorns donated.
Nice, mate.
Ah yes, old style D&D, a bit of delving, some paladin conflict, demons. Looking forward to the whole crazy thing live. Less than 2 weeks now. Hugs.
Holy crap, yeah, it's less than
Expect.
2 weeks.
That's scary.
Latitudinal doodle. Question from Mark. How exactly do you divide experience? Do you do it depending on who participates in a kill, or divide it between the party equally, or give the whole party the full amount?
I don't do XP. I do milestone leveling. So when they reach a point where I think, yep, they've learnt enough or they've grown enough, I give them a level.
Today.
Like, maybe once this, I thought that maybe we'd get a bit further than we did today in case you didn't go to the vault. So,
Well, you have more for next week.
exactly. But you won't level up until you beat this section.
And
That's
2.5
how I do it.
donated $100.
Whoa,
Dollars.
Hundo.
That's
Do
a
it again,
good,
Mark.
No, they can clip that. If you want to see it again, clip it.
that's like a hundo pop-up now.
That's a donation message right there.
I love it when I really tickle Chris Trott because like getting a genuine laugh out of Chris Trott is well worth it.
It's like blood
I'm
from a
sorry.
stone.
I'm sorry I haven't been around lately. Work and life and stuff. I'm actually between
Know that
flights at the airport in Denver at the moment,
wow.
so I haven't seen the stream today. Nevertheless, you guys are best, and I have to show my appreciation once again. Sorry, that just got me. And I'll do one more.
Safe
Miss CL. Great stuff. This one was exciting. Will Cam's desire to have sex be stronger than his newfound hatred for Lady Amy?
What?
What?
Oh, she's
Will-
a fucking dragon.
Oh yeah.
Oh
We can't see her anytime soon.
shit. Oh shit. Shit.
Gothic Kitty 1313. Evening all. So glad to have finally been able to watch this live again. Even better that it is with my twin, Diki, Marlfish, and Jado. Goodbye. They're all on session. Have a great week all. Hi guys.
Good to see you.
And Dragonman999. Hello everyone. I missed most of the stream, but I'm glad you all are alive. By the way, is the US store going to have your new shirts,
Should do.
or am I going to have to order it from the UK?
At Mikey Fleming.
This one.
Oh well, yeah, that red blank shirt. Yeah, it should be on the US store. Mike
He
is
said a
still
couple of
transitioning the US store to the brand new store type. So once that goes live in the US, you should be able to get the Korak shirt.
P.S. Trot is a cat folk. What a surprise. And
Catman,
that is it.
Catmandu.
He's pretty pleased with it.
That's all I got.
Is that it? Oh, I don't even get any.
None for you
Lol.
today.
Sad.
Send him a triple hundo just to make him feel better, please. Thank you.
So I can make that noise again.
Close that then, I shall. Yeah, that was a pretty fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
It
Good
was
fun.
It was a good laugh.
As always.
As always. Hope you enjoyed it back at home. We will be back next Sunday. I don't think we're going away anyway. We'll be back next Sunday to possibly finish off Caleb Astor. I can't even remember what I called this place now. We'll be back to finish this off and see how the party get on. They went through the easy half. Now they get to do the hard half. So have fun with that. We'll see you next time. Roll on Sunday. Bye.
Bye bye.
Nice.